streak of the season, but it will not be easy. They are facing the league's best in the South Carolina Stingrays, the team that comes into this game with a record of 27 wins, only 5 losses, 3 overtime losses, and a shootout loss. Before the opening face-off, here's your anthem.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombasting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Fans, let's hear it for Mr. William
Very
Lamont.
well done, and we are pumped up and ready for hockey. Arlie Johnson along with Alex Reed tonight. As we already said, the Stingrays come in with the league's best mark at 27-5-3-1. As for the Icemen, well, their overall record not fantastic, 12-18-4 on the year, but they have won 3 of their last 4, and Alex, I think they're playing their best hockey of the season right now.
Yeah, they are. Maybe aside that stretch in which they had a 5-game unbeaten streak in regulation, but right now it's kind of a different attitude, different mindset right now. And you're right, they're competing, they're playing hard, they're starting to get some offense, and we talked about it earlier that the power play is really starting to come to light. The team's up to 11.
Alrighty, Iceman fans, we're about to get underway. Get on your feet. It's time to get loud.
But it's a unit, 4 goals in the last 2 games. That's starting to heat up here, but they'll be tested here severely going up against a very stingy penalty kill in South Carolina. They are just under 90%. So special teams, I think, will loom large, especially when the first 2 meetings between these 2 clubs have been decided by 1 goal.
I agree with that, and it's also going to come down to some great goaltending for the Icemen as well. They'll send out Adam Carlson, who is their clear-cut #1 goaltender right now. 7-7-1-0 on the year for him. His numbers not as indicative as his play. 3.19 goals against average, save percentage 89.6. Referee Cameron Fleming drops the puck, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. Thank you so much for being with us tonight as the Icemen look to steal the puck in the offensive zone. Can't quite get it, and the Stingrays have possession. Man goes down in the neutral zone, and Jacksonville takes possession. It's Wasey Rabbit moving wide on his defenseman. Hammond takes it down low for Alexi Daou. Daou on his forehand, lets it ride along the wall for Rabbit. Rabbit on his backhand, continues to cycle it behind the net for Daou. Chase Lang is there to help out. Sharp angle shot, it goes off the side of the net. You actually saw the net kind of ripple a little bit. Wonder if it caught a couple of people off guard with that. Is the Icemen with a good offensive shift here. Parker Milner, South Carolina's netminder, plays the puck away, and the Stingrays knock it out to the neutral zone. Jacksonville clears right back in, and they'll get a line change with their all-star Brendan Warren leading the forecheck. Stingrays with it behind their own net. Tarek Hammond on the left wing side moves it cross ice. It goes off a skate to nobody in particular, and Jacksonville takes over in their own end. It's Chase Harrison, long outlet pass for Lynch, unable to get a stick on it.
That first goal, get them to kind of get out of their shell a little bit and open up a little bit, and that's when you can try to attack a little bit more. But this is a sound team on both sides of the puck that we've seen so far.
As the Icemen stick handle out of their own zone, and the Icemen also, speaking of what you were just talking about, did what they needed to do against South Carolina. The last meeting, they jumped out to a 2-0 lead against South Carolina, but it still wasn't enough. The Stingrays had a dramatic 4-3 victory in that one, scoring with just over a minute left in regulation to get the victory. And now it is the Stingrays with a shot. It goes high and wide to the far post, off the stick of Cole Yulee, comes around the wall to the near side. Charbonneau holds in. A drive from the point is wide to the short side, comes off the end boards, and Lynch spilled on the play as the Icemen try to clear it out. Lynch is slow to get up now as well. I wonder if he hit his head on the ice maybe. Just now getting up onto his feet, very slow towards the bench. As Jacksonville tries to clear it away, they'll just shovel it out on the backhand. Could be icing if it reaches the goal line, and it will.
Yeah, Scooter McClay, the trainer's already at the front of the bench.
Fans, you want to get your hands on a Trey Phillips game-worn jersey from last year? It's up for auction live now on the Iceman app. But that's not all. The winner of this jersey will be invited down after the game for a private meet and greet with Trey Phillips.
Asked right now of Scooter McClay, the Iceman athletic trainer.
And because it was an icing call on the Icemen, Jacksonville traditionally, or typically by rule, would not be allowed to make any lineup changes, but because of an injury, that is an exception. So Lynch is able to go to the bench without any penalty to the Icemen. They're not going to force an injured guy to stay on the ice. Jacksonville wins this draw. They'll start with a 2-on-2 rush. Warren from the red line just snaps it in. They needed a line change. Pierre-Luc Mercier tries to keep it in at the blue line. Kyle Shapiro jumps into the air and does hold it in at the right point. Well done by Shapiro. Emerson Clark works it free. Shot is deflected wide of the net. Trying to get a piece of it on the way was Mercier. Stingrays take possession in the form of Matt Nuttall. Nuttall up the right side. It's poke checked away, but the Stingrays get it right back. Forehanding into the zone. Icing not called here. Will play on. Shapiro just ahead of a forechecker. Sweeps it around the right side for Mercier. Mercier to center. Hammond takes over. It's South Carolina in possession. No score in the early going. We're just over 3 minutes gone by as the Icemen look to steal at center ice. Can't get it free from Weiss. Weiss into the zone for the Stingrays. Cross ice look, and a wrist shot goes high and wide to the short side. It runs along the dasher all the way to the right point where the Stingrays hold it in. Centering feed knocked away by the Icemen. That is Phillips trying to work it free, but not out of the zone yet. Shot deflects wide to the far post. Comes to the near wall. And South Carolina with a little pressure. In a screen, a shot is blocked in front. Comes for the Icemen. They can't clear it out yet, though. Just too many bodies in front, and Jacksonville having trouble and definitely hemmed in their zone. There's a steal by Jacksonville, and skating with it is Clark. He's by himself. He just needs a line change. Smart move there by Emerson Clark not to try and go 1-on-2 there. He just needed to head to the bench with the rest of his teammates.
Yeah, wholesale changes there for Jacksonville, and you're right. Maybe early in the shift, Clark, he might have been able to take off with that one, but that line was gassed. They were out there on the defensive side of things for quite some time.
Now with some fresh legs, the Icemen take possession. It's Mingo, D-to-D for Luke Shiplow. Shiplow with an outlet pass for Daou. It deflects in on Milner. He will cover it up. And the draw now in the offensive zone. First offensive zone face-off for the Icemen. Just over 4 minutes gone by. No shots on goal for either team yet.
Yeah, about that. And, of course, approaching about 4 minutes, 10 seconds in. And not due to a lack of trying there by South Carolina. They had a lot of shots attempted. They just never got through in. Lots of bodies there in front, and some shots just rattled wide. But they're attempting to shoot the puck. But all those shots coming up from up high there, Icemen not allowing things up in front and down low, I should say.
And credit the Icemen for blocking a couple of those shots as well, getting in those shooting lanes, not allowing Carlson to have to make a big save. As the puck comes around to the near side wall, this is in the Jacksonville offensive zone. Icemen take over. It's Daou cycling it along to the corner for Chase Lang. Lang all the way to the slot, but it's picked off and stolen by South Carolina. Good step up there by Luke Shiplow. Can't gain the zone yet. It would have been offside, but it was a fantastic play to stop what could have been an odd man rush for South Carolina.
He's been playing some pretty good hockey here as of late. He's been factoring in on the score sheet, scoring goals, setting up goals, and then obviously playing well defensively as displayed on that last play.
Puck is bottled up at center. Stingrays have it. Chernichin up the right side. Drop pass by Nuttall and a slap shot. There's your first shot on goal for either team. Off the stick of Tim Harrison, who dominated the Icemen the last time these clubs played together. He is not a dominating offensive force but he was that night with a natural hat trick.
Yeah, he certainly was. Big difference maker there. Just a career and banner night there for Tim Harrison in that game. He could not miss on any of his shots, and again, had the hat trick there. And that was another one of those games here in this early season series between the two. And again, South Carolina getting a goal from DeSalvo there with a minute left, and that's how they end up winning that game. But the Icemen competing, but had it not been for the efforts of Harrison, I don't know if South Carolina gets back in that game. They were trailing in that game 2-0, and then Harrison took over and was able to get the first three and get them going.
Jacksonville clears out of their zone in the face-off, and now they'll skate out 2-on-2. John Albert on the backhand, centering feed, unable to get it on the blade of Brendan Warren. Stingrays get it back and clear into the Jacksonville end. Man gets spilled for the Stingrays as well. That was Mitch Vanderlaan as Jacksonville takes possession behind their own cage. It's Harrison for Jacob Cedarholm, just back down from the Manitoba Moose. Hayden Shaw back up to Manitoba, so the Icemen get a defenseman and lose a defenseman in that transaction. Stingrays clear it to center. Icemen have it from there. It is Phillips ahead for Pierre-Luc Mercier, who was just named the in Glasgow ECHL Player of the Week last week. 2 games played, 4 goals, and 2 assists or 1 assist, I can't recall. Either way, it was Player of the Week for the Icemen as the Stingrays take it into the zone. Parisi with a shot. That is saved by Carlson. No rebound. And we will take our first break. Just over 6 minutes gone by. We are still 0-0 between the Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 32nd season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; A&R Sports, official hockey accessory supplier; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2020 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Ticket Galaxy, official ticket resale partner; and Warrior, official on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Back to live action. The Icemen scoreless with the South Carolina Stingrays. Just over 6 minutes gone by. Face-off won by South Carolina and a save by Carlson, but it actually popped out of his glove and ended up over the crossbar. Not the save he would have liked it to have been. South Carolina maintains possession. At the blue line, it's Hammond with a shot, and that's kicked aside by Carlson with the right leg. Rebound for the Icemen. Stick handling up the left wing is Mercier. He'll chip in and chase after it. Hammond beats him to it by a stride. Feeds it to the right for Max Novak. Forechecking by Craig Martin, trying to keep the puck in the zone. At the line, over the line. Phillips is able to get it right back and drive it around the wall. And the Icemen coming back in. First on the puck, somehow, is Mercier out of all that. Drop pass, and Daou could not pull the trigger on the one-timer. He fanned on it. And the Stingrays play it all the way out to the Jacksonville line. Onside is Mark Cooper. Cooper's pass picked off by Jacksonville. Here come the Icemen. Chase Lang over the blue line on the backhand. Tries to step around a man and does so in Christopher's Bindelis. Then loses the handle in the corner, and South Carolina clears it away. Dejan Mingo on his forehand right in front of his goaltender, but he keeps the puck on his stick blade. Chips it ahead. It's going to be a delayed offside against Jacksonville. Will play on. South Carolina has possession. Janan Risling's outlet pass picked off. Comes right back to the Stingrays, though. Chernichin with a drive and a save by Carlson with a stick. No rebound. Chernichin with a great snapshot there from 40 feet away, using Shiplow as a screen, but Carlson was on top of it. And Adam Carlson, as he has been for really a few weeks now, Reader, seems to be on top of his game.
Yeah, he has, and we've talked about it in our broadcast before, that when you look at Carlson's numbers, his record, and the goals against, the save percentage, it's not really indicative of really how well he has played in games. And a lot of those losses were one-goal affairs. On many nights, he only allowed 1 or 2 goals against. The Icemen just couldn't score 2 or 3 to get the win. So he's been good. He gives them a chance to win every single night.
Stingrays with possession in the offensive zone. Albert defends on Chernichin. Taking the body there is Cederholm. Great hit by Cederholm, driving Chernichin into the wall. Tied up along the corner. 2-on-2 battle. Cederholm digs it away. He got tripped, but no call there from referee Cameron Fleming. The Icemen do work it free to center ice, where Adam Dauda is knocked off the puck, and South Carolina has it at their own blue. Behind the play, we've got a whistle and a penalty, and I think this one's going to be on South Carolina, at least, possibly both of them. Chernichin for sure, but I think it's going to be Cederholm joining him. Interference and unsportsmanlike, perhaps? It is going to be 4-on-4 play. Chernichin, the team captain for South Carolina. He's also their leading scorer, leading goal scorer anyway, with 15 goals. Cederholm jawing away at Chernichin. Oh, they're still jawing away from the penalty boxes. That's not usually what Jacob Cederholm's game is, or Chernichin for that matter either. And I kind of like the bad blood a little bit.
You know, I've noticed it with Jacob Cederholm. I mean, he has good size, 6'4". Again, it's not really his role, but I've noticed in recent weeks, right before he went to Manitoba, he's been trying to stick up for guys after the whistles, little shoves. I think he's trying to add that little flair, that little edge to his game, and why not? He's one of the bigger guys on this Iceman roster.
Here's Mercier trying a sharp angle shot. It's deflected into the corner. Comes up high for South Carolina. Again, we skate 4-on-4, so a little open ice out there as the Stingrays get a drive towards net that is deflected out of play. It was interference for Cederholm. It was unsportsmanlike for Chernichin, and that's why we skate at even strength, but not full strength.
Yeah, and Chernichin's a guy that you know, he will kind of mix up a little bit from time to time. You know, he's not at all scared to chirp a little bit, but more or less his game is an offensive side of things. But he'll kind of twist the knife a little bit there and kind of stir the pot from time to time. He kind of gets under some guys' skin.
Dejan Mingo is double teamed behind his own net. He's got to be careful here, and he does give it up. South Carolina strips it loose. Rister goes behind the Jacksonville net. Nobody there for either team really to pick it up. Finally, it comes to the Icemen. Alexi Daou spins away from a forechecker, gives himself a little more time and space, and carries out of his own zone. Daou trying to accelerate, but it's picked off at center ice by Weiss. Weiss with a flip pass. Nice back check there by Dejan Mingo, the defenseman coming back, and let's see if he can utilize his speed. Mingo with Daou, 2-on-3 for the moment. Mingo loses it at the blue line, knocks it free to Daou. Now he'll gain the line by himself for the moment, looks for a trailer. Daou on his backhand at the blue line, somehow keeps it in the zone, turns and moves to the forehand side. Great stick handling by Daou, into the slot. Daou on the forehand for Lang, right circle, wrist shot and a save by Milner. Rebound for Lang, and the Icemen somehow keep that puck in the zone. Daou had that puck on his stick like a string as a long shot comes from Lang. Save made by Milner, and no rebound.
I think Lang was just taking the shot there. They were exhausted. That was a lot of stick work, a lot of working around by all three of those guys, especially Daou. But I think Lang just got a little tired. He said, whoa, boy, this is exhausting, trying to stay with his puck. So he just did a slap shot from just below the blue line that Milner was easily able to catch there. But again, some great job by the Icemen staying with the puck. It was kind of like a magnet on their stick there.
Still 4-on-4 for another 32 seconds. Stingrays control the draw. It's Tom Parisi head-manning it for Yulee. Yulee drifts to the left, not able to get around Trey Phillips. Well defended there. He'll have to drop it back, but he didn't realize that Hammond was heading to the bench. South Carolina tracks it down behind their own goal line now. Nearing the midway part of the first period, we're still scoreless here in Jacksonville. Stingrays with it at center ice. Parisi gains the blue line right up the middle. Taps it into the corner to the left of Carlson, chases after it, but the Icemen are able to get the puck free. Phillips knocks it ahead. Each team gets a man back. The Icemen with a 3-on-2 odd man rush. Over the blue line, it's Shapiro. Right circle, centering feed, deflected just wide by Rabbit. Couldn't quite direct it on goal. It was well set up by Kyle Shapiro as the Stingrays now move in transition. Into the zone is the Stingrays. A stick save made on Yulee by Carlson. Relatively easy save. It was well defended. Loose puck comes up high. Knocked into behind the goal line. Jacksonville takes possession. Great opportunity there set up by Kyle Shapiro to Wasey Rabbit. Long outlet pass for the Icemen. Warren taps it ahead. Looking for Dauda. Dauda to the left. Wrist shot goes just wide to the short side. That's off the stick of John Albert. Dauda went down as he made that pass as the Stingrays break through center ice. Matt Nuttall forehanding it into the left of Carlson. Taking the body are the Icemen. Now Shiplow takes the puck for Jacksonville. Around the boards to the near side. Warren unable to clear it, but the Icemen get it right back. Shiplow carrying up the left wing, long up the right side. Good look for Brendan Warren. Warren over the blue line and onside. Taps it behind the Stingray net, and Milner tries to play it away. Warren got a piece of it, but not enough to hold possession. South Carolina fortunate to get it back with Cameron Askew. For the Stingrays, Christopher Bindelis. Knocked free by the Icemen. South Carolina gets it right back. It is Hammond, who's had a ton of ice time already in this first period. To the left for Matthew Weiss. Weiss back for Hammond. Still at his own blue line. Tom Parisi drifts back inside his own end before feeding it to the right for Cooper. Carlson plays it behind the back of his net for the Icemen. Craig Martin up the boards. Clearing it away, trying to anyway. At the blue line, it's just held in by Hammond. Slap shot on a screen, and a stick save is made by Carlson. Rebound into the near side wall. Clark tries to clear it away. He's double teamed, pins it up along the wall, and the Stingrays get it back. They're dangerous here, and a shot goes over the crossbar. In fact, Carlson may have gotten a piece of it as it goes behind the net for the Icemen. Mercier looking for Clark. Long outlet pass. It's going to be a breakaway. Emerson Clark to the backhand. Cannot get the shot away. Fans want a hooking call from behind, but it was well defended there by South Carolina. Good heads-up play from Mercier to Clark, but he never got that shot on goal on the breakaway.
Yeah, I think it maybe just rolled on him. He was trying to go to the backhand. It just didn't, kind of hopped up there at the last second, and then he just ran out of room. Too late for him to get a chance, the second opportunity.
Jacksonville back in the offensive end. Lang with a wrist shot. That might have gone off the mask of Parker Milner. Saw it late and was able to take it right off the cage. Stingrays get the rebound with Jane and Risley. Down to 7:09 to go in the first period. Still no score as the Icemen look to clear out of their own zone. It's Rabbit for Daou. He's got Lang with him, 2-on-2. They're onside. Daou with a wrist shot. Save is made. Rebound, and Lang couldn't poke it past Milner on the bouncing puck, but Rabbit is there to collect for the Icemen. Wasey Rabbit into the slot. Daou with a forehand. That is blocked in front. Never reached the net. Cole Yulee drives it off the boards and out to center ice. The Icemen really starting to play pretty well here these last 4 or 5 minutes of play, but we stay scoreless. Shots on goal, 6 for South Carolina, 4 for the Icemen. It's Bindelis with an outlet pass. South Carolina works it into the zone. Cam Askew, backhand feed, stolen by the Icemen. Played up the right side. Bobby Lynch had it go between his legs. He couldn't spot the puck, but now the Icemen get a steal with Warren going wide on Nuttall. Sharp angle shot. Save is made by Milner. Rebound for Warren behind the net. Cannot center, and the Stingrays work it loose for Vanderlaan. Vanderlaan just a pitchfork out into the zone. The Icemen get it in their own end. Taking the body is Jacob Cederholm, allowing Mingo to take over. Dejan Mingo again trying to utilize his speed as Albert plays it into the zone. They're going to call this one offside on the deflection. 5:53 to go in the first period. Still Jacksonville nothing, South Carolina nothing. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. Full and half-season Icemen Elite memberships are currently on sale. Elite memberships offer discounted ticket pricing and guarantees you the same seats to enjoy all of the action. As an Elite member, you will be invited to attend exclusive events throughout the season, receive merchandise and parking discounts, and even meet the team. Monthly payment plans are also available. Packages start as low as $260. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to jacksicemen.com. Icemen hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Sign up for EC.
Face off in the neutral zone along with Alex Reed. Arlie Johnson with you here on Mixler and ECHL.TV. The Icemen looking pretty strong the last probably 5 to 7 minutes or so of this first period. South Carolina won the face-off at center ice, but they couldn't do anything with it. Jacksonville takes possession inside their own line. It's Harrison, D-to-D for Cederholm, who just slams it off the wall to center ice. Stolen by South Carolina, taken back by Jacksonville. Mercier dropping it for Harrison. Up the wall for Mercier at the red line. Plays it off the boards for Clark. He's got Martin with him. Clark can't get the pass away. Now takes the shot. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Stripped away by South Carolina and played up the wall and out to center ice. Milner, I don't know if he saw that one, but some good positional goaltending there from Milner for the save as Jacksonville takes it back in. It's Emerson Clark backhanding it into the corner for Mercier. Around the wall for Craig Martin at the far side half boards. On the backhand to the blue line for Harrison. Behind the net it goes. Mercier cannot handle it. Comes free. Dangerous pass from South Carolina, but it worked out for them. They put it right into their own defensive slot. Stingrays cannot get a shot away on goal. It was well defended by Cedarholm. And the Icemen play it up the left side and out with the help of Pierre-Luc Mercier. Mercier gains center ice and shovels it in. He'll head to the bench. And a line change for the Icemen. Rabbit, Daou, and Lang up front. I guess you'd have to consider this the top line right now for the Icemen as the Stingrays play it into the zone. Delayed offside against South Carolina. That gives Jacksonville plenty of time to work out of their own zone. And they'll bring it up the right wing with Chase Lang. Good deke around one man. He's over the blue line and onside. Dropping it to the left wing side. Poke checked away by the Stingrays, and they'll play it out to center ice. Looked like that was going to be something good developing there for Jacksonville, but it never materialized. And behind the net of Jacksonville, it's the Stingrays with the puck. Charbonneau looks to center. Tries the bank shot, in fact, off of Carlson, but Carlson was there for the save. Rebound for the Icemen. Daou with a three-man charge. Cross ice look for Lang. Left wing face-off circle. Around one man and behind the net looks for the wraparound. Threw it at the top of the crease. Warren with a drive. It's just wide to the short side post. Mingo with a try. He'll put it wide to the far side post. Shiplow hustles to the blue line to keep it in the zone. Shot is blocked. He gets it right back and holds it in. Daou's pass is deflected away by South Carolina, played up the wall and out with the help of Charbonneau. It's John Albert for the Icemen over the blue line. Whistles around a man. Wrist shot and a save made. Milner will hold on to this one. Good speed there from John Albert, who, by the way, will be our first intermission guest. Stick around for that in about 3.5 minutes worth of game clock time.
Yeah, that was a nifty little shot right there as he came in with a good burst of speed, got past the first guy, then made a little drag move to kind of protect the puck, and then he used that defender as a little bit of a screen there at the circle and just got the shot. That was easy pickings there from Milner, but a good effort and hustle play there by John Albert, the veteran.
Albert will take this draw against Cam Askew. Wingers for Albert are Brendan Warren and Bobby Lynch. Stingrays win the draw, clear it to center. Loose there. And it's swept into the zone by Stamen. Back to the left of Carlson. The Icemen first on it. Great outlet pass looking for Lynch. Lynch over the blue line. Curls it onto his stick side. And then a penalty coming to South Carolina. Tarek Hammond with the trip as Bobby Lynch draws that penalty. And the first power play for either team belongs to Jacksonville with just 3:14 to go in the first period. And an opportunity for Jacksonville to draw first blood. But as you alluded to in the pregame show, it is against the best, not only the best team in the league, but it's also the best penalty kill too.
Yeah, it is. And this is Jacksonville power play, which again has propelled up the ECHL rankings. Now 11th best in the ECHL. 4 power play goals in the last 2 games. So they're going to be tested here. It's a good matchup. You got a surging power play going up against a pretty consistent and stingy penalty kill unit in South Carolina. This will be a feature matchup here tonight.
The Icemen do have 1 power play goal against the Stingrays this year in 6 attempts. That's in 2 games. That's better than most. So yeah. I would take that. 1 power play goal could be the difference between winning and losing this hockey game tonight.
Very well could, especially the way the pace has gone here. And again, we talked about these 2 teams have played tight games with one another, and a power play goal there or 1 or 2 there, it can certainly make the difference in these these tightly contested hockey games.
Puck goes out of play. We'll have a face-off with 1:41 to go on the power play for the Icemen. Face-off will be outside the Stingray blue line. As for the Icemen, we also alluded to this, you did anyway in the pregame show, that the power play up to 11th in the league now, 17.6% for Jacksonville. And they are, I would say, playing better than even the 11 would indicate right now.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they've been moving the puck around effectively. They've been generating some chances. They haven't, there's been some opportunities. They could have even scored more. Puck did not go in. The goalie's doing their job.
Slap shot by Mercier. He hammered that one, but it went wide. Lynch holds it in, looking for Mercier on his forehand. To the blue line for Clark. Clark back for Mercier on the half wall. He'll have to spin to his backhand side. Back for Clark at the right point. Throws it cross ice on the saucer pass, and it goes off the stick of Mingo and out to center. Mingo has to track it down with 1:03 to go on the power play. Mingo for Clark. Jacksonville's getting a line change. They better be careful. It's not too many men on the ice. They get away with it there. Not get away with it, maybe not the right word, but it was close, let's just say. Trey Phillips circling in front of his netminder. Second power play unit on for the Icemen. Phillips gains center ice. He'll drop it back for Wasey Rabbit. Rabbit, clean entry into the zone with Daou. Daou spins at the right wing faceoff circle, plays it down low for Lang. Lang behind the net for blue line for Phillips, and a drive kicked aside by Milner with the left leg. Rebound for Daou for the Icemen. Daou on his backhand to the bumper for Albert, to the line for Phillips. Phillips with a flip pass for Daou, right circle, in a screen. Shot goes over the crossbar, comes back for the Icemen. Good looking power play here as it goes across the seam for Daou. Wrist shot, that goes wide to the short side. Rebound for the Stingrays. They'll clear it off the wall and out. Just 10 seconds to go on the power play. And South Carolina now working on it shorthanded with Chernichin. Chernichin gives it up. Maybe one final rush for the Icemen, at least to carry it into the zone. Daou over the blue line. Good drop pass for Lang. Cuts into the slot to his forehand, to the backhand. Can't quite get the shot away. Knocked free by the Icemen, but not enough to gain possession as the Stingrays work it out to center ice. South Carolina into the zone now in the final minute of the first period as a wrist shot goes wide from Weiss for the Stingrays. Comes off the end boards for the Icemen. They'll play it out to center. Cooper knocks it back to his own line. Bindelis plays it to the left for Parisi. Parisi tries to shoot it on goal, but it is blocked there. It goes behind the Jacksonville net for Cedarholm for the Icemen. Cedarholm outlets it for Warren. Warren for Dowda. For Martin and then for Dowda. Around a man. Cuts to the left side. Forehand is just deflected wide. Excellent work there between Martin and Dowda, and they hold it in with a forecheck. Dowda looks to center. Shields the puck with his body. Moves it to the line for Cedarholm. Shot on goal, and a save is made again by Milner. Dowda was hoping for a deflection there. Dowda in the corner. Another centering pass is knocked free. Stingrays play it to the line, but not out. Heavy pressure here from Jacksonville with 10 seconds to go. Shot towards goal goes wide. Clark looks for the wraparound. Save is made by Milner. Stingrays just surviving the end of this period right now as the horn sounds. But excellent pressure there from the Icemen to finish it off. And maybe they don't have the lead, but I would say they've got momentum going into the locker room.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Really liked the way the Icemen came out here. They were playing smart defensively, not allowing any odd man rushes the other way for South Carolina. And really, South Carolina only held to six shots in that period, and didn't have really too many legitimate scoring chances in that period as well. So I thought the Icemen were pretty sound there on the defensive side, and then when they got in the offensive zone, they were able to work the puck around, possess the puck for quite some time, and set up some chances. Had it up in for some good goaltending that we usually expect out of Parker Milner. This game would not be scoreless, but that's where we're at right now through 20 minutes. But a good pace for Jacksonville. I think, aside not having any goals, they should be happy with the period.
I would feel the same way. A lot of body blows from the Icemen. Maybe not enough to, put a mark on South Carolina just yet, but they have maybe laid the framework for how to defeat this team and see if they can get it done over the next couple of periods. But after one, we remain scoreless. 0-0 between the Jacksonville Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. The Icemen outshoot South Carolina 11-6 in that period. After this break, we'll return with assistant captain John Albert for the Icemen, and we'll also go through a couple of the scores around the ECHL as well if we have time. 0-0 after one between Jacksonville and South Carolina. This is Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on Mixlr and ECHL.tv.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 32nd season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; A&R Sports, official hockey accessory supplier; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2020 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honigs, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Ticket Galaxy, official ticket resale partner; and Warrior, official on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Full and half-season Icemen Elite memberships are currently on sale. Elite memberships offer discounted ticket pricing and guarantees you the same seats to enjoy all of the action. As an Elite member, you will be invited to attend exclusive events throughout the season, receive merchandise and parking discounts, and even meet the team. Monthly payment plans are also available. Packages start as low as $260. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. And catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.TV.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. NCUA insured.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubnik, rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
The Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Icemen home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or log on to JacksIcemen.com.
Fans, don't forget that you, your friends, or coworkers can enjoy the exciting action of Icemen hockey comfortably above the ice in a spacious luxury suite or at ice level with our new ice boxes, available for all Icemen home games. Both options offer food and drink and make for a great way to entertain your company's employees and top clients. For more information and to check game date availability, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze. We're between periods with the Jacksonville Icemen and South Carolina Stingrays. Arlie Johnson joined by John Albert tonight. And Albs, let's go back to Saturday night first. A red-hot Brampton team comes in, a team that you were not familiar with in terms of on the ice, but you knew what they had done to other clubs in the South Division. They had rolled all over them. But you felt good about your game too, and obviously it showed. It was as solid a 60-minute effort as I think we've seen all year.
Yeah, it has been. I think it all started in Atlanta there. We had a really good team win, and we had some good momentum coming into the game. And I know that, Brampton, like you said, they had their fair share of fun here in Florida so far. But we were confident coming to that game, and we have a different feeling in the locker room right now. And we just said, like, if we stick to our game plan, and like you said, good point, we played a full 60-minute game. And when everybody on our team's on their top of their game and we play full 60 minutes, we feel like we could beat anyone. So for us, it was a great win, and we just got to move forward from now on.
You trailed in that game actually very early on, but I don't think that was indicative of how well the team was playing. I thought that you had heavily outplayed them despite being down in the first 10 minutes or so. Was that kind of a message on the bench here in the opening minutes? Like, let's just keep going. We're playing the right way.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, we started off that game pretty good, actually. They made a couple of good plays on their first couple of goals where they caught us out of position a little bit, and they took advantage of their opportunities, which good teams do, and they're a good team. So after that, we just said, like I said before, stick to our game plan. And, I think our transition game the last couple of games has been unbelievably great. Just creating turnovers in the neutral zone and moving the puck north and getting into their zone.
Well, let's talk about that with the transition game. What has made it better? Is it an emphasis in practice? Is it just guys buckling down a little bit more? Where is the improvement come from?
Yeah, I think in practice for sure it matters. We've been doing a lot more passing and puck movement drills to find chemistry with each other and within our team. And I think it's the hard work, because transition game is hard. You have to get back. Forwards have to help the D so the D can have good gaps and create those turnovers. And then at the same time, once you do create those turnovers, you got to get open for the D. And we did a good job of that. We got pucks in behind them, which no one likes to do. So when we do those little things, I think we're a pretty good team.
And I imagine those little things are certainly going to mean that much and more against a club like South Carolina. Best team in the league, or at least best record in the league, I should say. But it's a chance for you guys to gain some major momentum. I thought that the Brampton victory is a potential springboard into what could be a great second-half run, but it doesn't necessarily mean that much if you can't find a way to polish off the South Carolina tonight, too.
Exactly. We have to get on a little bit of a run here. Obviously, it's nearly impossible to win every game, but that's got to be our mindset, and we got to take one game at a time. South Carolina is a great challenge for us. Like you said, they're a very well put together team. They play really well. So for us, we have to come out with the energy, and obviously playing at home helps. We haven't had that many home games this year, but with the crowd and the excitement here, us winning some games in a row, and getting that feeling back that we all know is down there. Once you get that feeling back, you get the confidence back and you start playing better, and I think we have, and let's try to continue it.
Well, I get the feeling that everyone has that feeling right this second. Let's see if we can keep it rolling. Good luck, Alps.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, there's John Albert with us between periods. We'll come back in just a moment. This is Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on Mixlr and ECHL.TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 32nd season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; A&R Sports, official hockey accessory supplier; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2020 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Ticket Galaxy, official ticket resale partner; and Warrior, official on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.TV.
Full and half-season Icemen Elite memberships are currently on sale. Elite memberships offer discounted ticket pricing and guarantees you the same seats to enjoy all of the action. As an Elite member, you will be invited to attend exclusive events throughout the season, receive merchandise and parking discounts, and even meet the team. Monthly payment plans are also available. Packages start as low as $260. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. And catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.TV.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. NCUA insured.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubnik. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
And we're back in Jacksonville. Arlie Johnson along with Alex Reed with you. Your play-by-play announcers for the Jacksonville Icemen. Of course, I'll be doing the home games. Reeder on the road as we get ready for the start of the second period of play. The officials are back on the ice, but neither team is out there yet. Looking around the ECHL, this is one of 8 games around the league this evening, and every team in the South Division, unusual for a Wednesday night, is in action, and let's get you up to date. I can't say that it's a great scoreboard from Jacksonville's perspective, but I'll let you know what we got. The Florida Everblades are the only team that is playing out of the division tonight. From Estero, Florida, all the way up to Kazoo, Florida at Kalamazoo, Michigan tonight. And after one period of play, it's all Florida already, 3-0 at Kalamazoo for Florida. Elsewhere around the South Division, the Norfolk Admirals are hosting the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Jacksonville could use a Norfolk victory there, but it is not looking that way for now. Greenville has a 2-1 lead, 7 minutes to go in the first period at Norfolk. And the other one with South Division implications, the Orlando Solar Bears at the Atlanta Gladiators. Atlanta, after a very, what I would say is bizarre shutout over Brampton, 1-0 for the Gladiators, but they have been allowing goals, with regularity for the last few weeks, and they're right back at it again. after one period of play, already 4-0 Orlando. So I don't know what it was about Brampton that Atlanta was able to get the job done, but it's right back to defensive struggles for them tonight.
Yeah, I was surprised by that outcome on Sunday, just because of how well Brampton's been playing and how many goals that Atlanta had been surrendering as of late. But, you know, when you think about it, Brampton they've been on the road for about 8 days here in the South. They had to play Jacksonville and a hard-fought game on Saturday night. Icemen come away with that victory. And then they had to hop on the bus, drive the 6 hours to Atlanta for a quick turnaround at 2 o'clock while Atlanta was just sitting at home waiting on them. So I think they just kind of ran out of steam there. And it seemed like it was a tight game. They just got some good goaltending, and Atlanta came away on top of that game. I was a little surprised. And I think a lot of Icemen fans were hoping that Brampton would go down there and take care of business. But and then, right, as you mentioned, Atlanta trailing 4-0. So a lot of inconsistency out of that club here in recent weeks.
So the Gladiators just not able to get the job done against other teams in the South, but that's just how it is for the Icemen. Really all they can do is just work on their own stuff. Oh, we've got Fang here coming in, offering up some popcorn.
Wow.
Fang, I appreciate the offer, but I would be afraid that I would choke, quite honestly, while broadcasting. Popcorn and broadcasting, not a great mix. But I do appreciate it, Fang, very much. But, however, maybe these people right here, they might want a little popcorn. That's a possibility. Yeah, oh, we got a hug going here and everything, as we also have some live hockey. We are underway, second period, as the Stingrays play it into the Jacksonville zone. It's tapped out by Luke Shiplow to center ice. South Carolina has it from there. Tom Parisi in his own territory. Forechecking is Daou. Long outlet pass, knocked free by South Carolina. It's Cooper with Novak. Pass is deflected. It goes behind the net. Well done by Jacksonville defensively as Chase Lang took a slash but carries up the middle anyway. Over the blue line in South Carolina's end. Going wide on a man. Centering feed. Rabbit all alone. Backhander, and he put it over the crossbar. Rabbit gets it back behind the net looking for Daou. Daou on his backhand to the blue line for Cedarholm. Wrister in a screen and a save is made. Rebound for Rabbit, right wing corner. Centering feed for John Albert just onto the ice. Albert, cross ice look, looking for Harrison. Can he get there? Yes, and he'll hold it in. Behind the net for Alexi Daou. Trying to work the puck free from Bindelis. Albert is there to help out. It squirts loose. It belongs to South Carolina. They'll play it ahead and just over the line. And now a penalty coming. It is on Jacksonville. Slashing is the call. And the Stingrays will be on the power play.
Yeah, those are the penalties that just drive Jason Christie crazy there. A slashing penalty, stick penalty like that, especially when you're in the offensive zone getting some pressure. Brendan Warren picking up that penalty, and he's going to sit in the box for 2. But that's one of those frustrating ones that Jason Christie would like to see not take place on any kind of regularity.
So the Stingrays to the power play, where as good as they are on the penalty kill, they're the complete opposite on the power play. 25th out of the 26-team ECHL, 12.4% on the power play for South Carolina. Jacksonville's penalty kill, 17th overall in the league, but a good percentage, 81.2%. Stingrays win the draw. Bindelis, center point, feeds to the left and gets it right back. To the right side, it's Chernichin. Fakes the shot and curls away from Dejan Mingo. Back to the line for Bindelis. And for Chernichin again, right circle. Seam pass into the line. Bindelis with a drive. It's off the inside of the post. The red light went on, but we will play on. Chernichin at the right wing faceoff circle. His wrister is deflected, and it goes out of play. Oh, man, was that close off the inside of the post. Nearly a double poster, in fact, off the stick of the South Carolina defender.
Yeah, and the red light came on, as you mentioned, Arlie, but you heard it hit the clank. The referee was in prime position. He had a good look at the net there, immediately waved that one off, so off-ice official could have been a little trigger happy, but they're going to go over to the scores table, probably take a look at it just to make certain as they get out the tablet. And these are tense moments for Icemen fans,
not kidding.
because these video reviews, I don't think one has been had a positive impact or gone in favor positively for the Icemen yet this season. So. But certainly Mike Mitchell, the sign guy down there, he'll let us know immediately. He likes to signal up to us here. He gets to look right over the referee's shoulder there because he's got those seats behind the penalty box, and he's always the first to know before other than the referee. So we'll see what happens right now. But red light did flicker on, but came right off, and the referee though immediately waved it off. And like I said, he was in pretty good position there, so we'll see how this all plays out, Arlie.
He was definitely in good position, no doubt about that. But it's going to come down to the replay here just to make it 100% official. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Icemen actually had a replay go their way recently too, but I think it was like 10 in a row before that went against them.
They did. I think it was in the Atlanta game. I think they had to review a goal there just to make certain it was a goal, and they confirmed that it was. And, the Icemen were happy with that, and I think it was the obvious call there. But you're right, the Icemen have been snake bitten in these video replays during the course of the season.
Emerson Clark and Andrew Chernichin, the two team captains, talking things over at the top of the referee's circle, right at center ice.
Early, while you got a chance here, I'd like to say hello to all the folks tuned in on ECHL.TV, and of course those tuned in on Mixer. We got a lot of fans, from the up in North Charleston, in the Charleston area, South Carolina, tuning in. I can tell by the usernames, and you see, go Stingrays, and a lot of Stingrays themed names here, but glad you could be with us here today. I got to give a shout out to Zach Klein, who is tuning in from Melbourne, Australia, an Iceman fan
How about
all the way
that?
in Australia. So, hello, Zach, and should say good day, mate.
Yes, and wish everyone in Australia all our best and safety and everything else with all that's going on there as well. I hope everything is good down there. And go Icemen from down under.
Yeah, I hope everything's going well down there. I know it's been the fires they had there in Australia. It's been kind of devastating to see and watch on the news. But anyway, wherever you're tuned in from, glad you can be with us here this evening. I'd like to say hello to Jared Shaffron.
Of course.
There in Charleston.
Missed that guy, a Northeastern guy.
Yeah,
and I don't mean Northeast like the Northeast. I mean like Northeastern.
That's right.
University up in Boston, which is right down the road from where I grew up. So, Jared, we hope all is well with you. And wish you could make it down here for a game. This replay is taking a while, by the way. I'm surprised at the length of this one.
It is, and that's the other thing is the league's trying to get it right, but man, sometimes it does take a little bit, but they want to make sure. Yeah.
And they do wave it off. Finally, Cameron Fleming waves it off. No goal. We stay 0-0. And the Icemen really escaped some rough stuff there. Carlson, I don't think ever saw. It was a good screen in front on the slap shot from Vindelis from the blue line. But it clanged off the inside of the post and went right across the goal line, extended, almost went off the second post, the opposite post. But we will play on. Jacksonville looks to clear the zone, and they just get it over the line. South Carolina actually tried to sweep it from point to point, but they couldn't keep it in the zone. They'll track it down inside their own blue line now. Drop pass from Vindelis to Novak. Max Novak over the blue line, going wide on Cedarholm, beats him down low, plays it off the end boards for Cooper, and the Stingrays set up. They still have 1:07 to go on the power play. Cooper into the slot and a drive and a save made by Carlson. Superb save, and maybe even more important that he holds on to that rebound and not allow any kind of second attempt.
Well, they worked the puck into the middle, into the slot there to Chernichin. That's a great play to do anytime with the way Andrew Chernichin. He's just been a guy that plays a lot of consistency. Got a good shot off, though. Good hard low shot there, stopped by the goaltender, Adam Carlson. And then there was a good rebound in front. He was able to turn away that time. He was steaming there on front and got that second chance. So good job there by Carlson, but that time, there you go, Harley, sorry. There you go, right to the same play. This time it goes to Charbonneau, and that time he made it count.
It's 1-0 South Carolina as we come back right off the faceoff, centering feed into the slot for Charbonneau, who made no mistake. Adam Carlson had no chance whatsoever. And a rare power play goal for South Carolina, but they have the lead 1-0. Charbonneau from Askew at 2:22 of period number 2.
Yeah, it started with a turnover by Jacksonville deep in their own end, and that allowed them to get possession of the puck, and they threw it right on the front door to Charbonneau. And good setup that time by Cam Askew, who's able to put that one on. And there it is, power play goal, special teams battle. Early tilt now in favor of South Carolina.
Nice job by the Icemen to keep the puck in the offensive zone, looking for the equalizer quickly. Centering pass knocked free by the Stingrays. They'll play it out. South Carolina is stifling on defense. So for the Icemen to get back into this one as Carlson makes a save with the right arm and just got enough of it to keep it out. But the Icemen, and here's another drive and a phenomenal save by Carlson with the left leg as the Stingrays with two great bids to try and increase their lead. Jacksonville needs to stay within one from with this club It is not easy to come back from 1 goal against the Stingrays, let alone 2. But the Stingrays get a centering feed away. It goes to the opposite wall. Jacksonville digs it free, and they'll start up the middle with Clark over the blue line. He's got a trailer, tries to go wide on Bindelis, couldn't do it. Clark does get it back, feeds it to the line for Martin. Snapshot, kick save by Milner. Made it look easy, it really wasn't. And the rebound is cleared out to center by the Stingrays. Shiplow with an indirect pass for Clark. Clark over the line for Martin. Snapshot deflects high off glass and over the glass. Goes off the protective netting and out of play.
Well, the Icemen surrendering that goal during the power play. Then right after that, South Carolina getting 2 good looks in the slot. And that's not an area you want to keep open for South Carolina. They will make you pay, obviously, and they do a lot. They'll creep up close, get really down low there, but the Icemen leaving some guys wide open in some places you can't be leaving guys open there, and that's right there in the low slot. So Jacksonville's going to need to tighten that up here as they moving forward.
They do win the draw. Slap shot from Shiplow is blocked in front. Comes free for the Stingrays. They'll stick handle out to center. Onside, they say, as Bindelis gets a drive high and well wide. Karams to the blue line. Stingrays do a good job to hold it in briefly, but Mingo digs it right back out and plays it to the neutral zone. Jane and Risling for South Carolina. Flip pass. Handled with the leg by Max Novak. Novak gets drilled by Shiplow. What a great hit. Just stood him up in the line, and now Clark wants a piece of Weiss. The two of them are battling. We'll see if the whistle blows. Somehow they separate, and we'll play on as the puck goes into the neutral zone. Clark hustling after it, but Risling beats him to it. Clark takes the body, but cannot take the puck. Loose at center ice. Still loose. Finally, the Stingrays knock it free. Cooper somehow holds it down. Centering feed knocked away. Cleared up the glass by Jacksonville. Here they come 2-on-2. Lynch with Warren. Warren for Lynch. Knocked back away by South Carolina and played out into the Jacksonville end. It's Mercier for Lynch at his own line. Lynch fans on his pass. He'll have to circle back into his own zone. 1-0 Stingrays. 15-16 to go in the second period. South Carolina with a steal. They'll skate in. Chernichin for Yulee. Nice back check by Warren to knock it free. Can't clear it yet. South Carolina holds the zone. Yulee looks for a trailer and finds one. The shot is blocked. Rebound save. Third attempt. Score. It's 2-0 South Carolina. Just too much for Adam Carlson to handle there. 3 shots all in the slot. One of them blocked. Second one, great save. Third one, just too much.
Yeah, I mean, again, there you go, working the slot again, and it's open. They're getting too many chances in the slot there. 1, 2, third one goes in. Not much you can ask your goaltender there. He made 2 saves. And again, look at there. If you look at the replay, Arlie, I know the folks listening can't see it, but if you're watching ECHL TV, 4 Stingray forwards right there in front of the net. They really do a good job of collapsing down low and really getting those chances. And they can do that, Arlie, because they have good speed to get back if they have to on those rushes. They're a good back-checking team as well. So, again, too many chances in the slot. And right now, South Carolina is just abusing that area right now. It's 2-0.
And the Stingrays looking for more. Carlson makes another save. Stingrays get the rebound. They are buzzing right now with a 2-0 lead. 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of this second period. South Carolina has possession again. Askew spins away in the right wing corner. On his backhand, pivots and goes to the forehand side. Lang tries to take the puck away. Can't do it. South Carolina again trying to work it into the middle. Goes to the blue line for Harrison. His shot is deflected wide. Comes up high for the Icemen. Daou looking to play it cross ice, but it's picked off by Harrison. Harrison into the zone, 3-on-2. Into the slot. Forehand save made by Carlson. South Carolina's getting some glittering chances, but the rebound comes up to the Icemen. Here's Daou over the blue line. Cannot find Chase Lang with a pass. Some miscommunication there. South Carolina will clear it out. It goes deep into the Jacksonville zone. Icing waved off here as Cedarholm collides with Harrison. That's a heavyweight collision there as well as the puck comes loose for Pierre-Luc Mercier for the Icemen. Mercier drives it up the middle, goes by everybody. It ends up on net, so no icing. And Milner pivots away from a couple men. He's just stick handling there, and he nearly lost possession to Craig Martin. Almost some overstick handling there from the goaltender, Parker Milner. And now a penalty coming. It's on Jacksonville. Cedarholm's going to go to the box.
Yeah, Harrison, he kind of set that whole thing up there for Cedarholm to pick up the penalty. And they had a little bit, I was watching behind the play early, they had a hit. They were kind of talking a little bit, exchanging some shoves. They stayed with one another. They continued to chirp at one another, and the puck came that way. Harrison made a little play to kind of aggravate Cedarholm, and Cedarholm retaliated. He's the guy that gets caught. Power play coming up here for South Carolina.
Yeah, and a critical part of this hockey game right now. The Icemen trailing 2-0 to the best team in the league and shorthanded now for the next couple of minutes. I mean, you can't ask for... I can't ask for a more dire situation, but it's not good. And the Icemen have just got to find a way to kill this one off and get the momentum back. They had great momentum going into the locker room, and then immediately, these first couple of minutes, an entirely different story.
Yeah, it has been. And again, that's just where it is. It's all, hockey seems to be a game of momentum, and I'm certain they made some adjustments there for South Carolina there in the intermission. They've come right out firing. They got the power play going, and then of course that's all they needed to kind of get going, because like you said, I thought the Icemen controlled that first period, but right there Harrison kind of goaded Cedarholm into that one, and the referee was watching the whole time. So now another big penalty kill here, and I think this is a big penalty kill here for Jacksonville. Cannot afford to go down another goal here. The next goal in this game needs to go in favor of the Icemen and make it a one-goal hockey game. They don't want to fall behind by 3.
Pierre-Luc Mercier will take the draw for the Icemen, and he wins it from Mingo. Mingo rips it around the wall and out. It goes by Novak and all the way down into the South Carolina end. Parker Milner nearly lost it. Emerson Clark in on the forecheck. Bindelis just able to get it loose from Clark, and the Stingrays gain the line. They're onside, deflected by Jacksonville. Good step up there by Mingo, forcing Bindelis back to his own blue line. Bindelis now goes all the way back behind his own net. The Icemen don't mind that. 30 seconds elapsed on this power play for South Carolina. Already 1 for 1 on the power play as the Icemen get another steal and clear. This penalty kill looking good thus far as the Icemen change up. Adam Dauda and John Albert now penalty killing for the Icemen. Dauda steps up and took Cooper down. South Carolina still hemmed in at their own zone. Cross ice look, deflects into the zone. Offside is going to be called this time, as Dauda got a piece of it out of midair, and that set the timing off on it.
Yeah, Cooper rushing in there, and the offside whistle being blown. And minutes ago here, Icemen doing a pretty good job. South Carolina's not got this power play set up at all. Jacksonville's done a good job here in the early part of the PK. We'll see what the second PK unit could do here. The face-off coming outside their zone. And Arlie, we've talked about it. We've been waiting and waiting for it, but this would be a good time for the Icemen to get that first shorthanded goal of the year.
I mean, it's got to happen at some point, right?
Right, yeah, now's as good as time as any. You're down 2-0. Let's get a spark.
Icemen try to clear out of their zone. They can't do it. It's held in by Weiss into an open corner. Phillips defends on Askew. Askew knocks it free, trying to work it to the blue line, but it's picked off by Jacksonville. Here's John Albert ahead for Dauda. Dauda deflects it into the Stingray zone. Albert gives chase. He's tripped up on the play, but no call. Stingrays work through center ice, and flying into the zone is Parisi, who scored that second goal, by the way. Parisi around the boards for Charbonneau. Charbonneau, left wing face-off circle. Still 25 seconds to go on the power play. Charbonneau still wheeling and dealing, trying to work away from Albert. To the line for Parisi. Right side, it's Weiss. Weiss playing it down low for Askew. Askew behind the net. Saucer pass for Charbonneau. Parisi with a one-timer. It is blocked. Weiss with a one-timer. That goes wide to the short side. 4 seconds to go on the power play. Parisi with a shot that's deflected out of play by Albert with 1 second left on the penalty to Jacob Cedarholm.
Yeah, good penalty killing there by the veteran John Albert. Blocked the first shot hard. That one stung a little bit. The entire bench getting up, banging their sticks there on the Jacksonville side of things, and deflected the other opportunity that just went out of play to bring the whistle here. So, that's part of the veteran presence. And that's what Jacksonville needs. You need your veteran guys, those guys that lead the way, to kind of lead by example there. And Johnny taking a couple of those shots that time off the body.
Face off to Carlson's right. Jacksonville wins it. Shiplow can't clear it away. South Carolina holds it in, but the Icemen at least skate 5-on-5 now. We're even strength. Slap shot from the Stingrays. That goes off the side of the net. Rebound for South Carolina. Harrison can't pull the trigger on a shot. Goes to the line. The shot is blocked. Here comes Rabbit ahead for Cedarholm out of the box. Cedarholm gains center ice before a backhand flip in. He'll head to the bench. Rabbit on the forecheck, but South Carolina has possession. Chase Lang tries to knock it free, but the Stingrays clear into the zone. On a deflection, no icing here. Shapiro shields the puck, trying to keep it away from Vander Laan, and a penalty coming. I think this is on Jacksonville again. There's your touch, and it will be Shapiro going into the box this time for holding. And a third consecutive power play for South Carolina in the opening 9 minutes of this second period. And the Icemen just can't even get to 5-on-5 play right now.
Yeah, without question, a shorthanded here, and now you look at the shots on goal. It's we're now tied at 14. Stingrays taking an opportunity on these man advantages to get some more shots in on Carlson. And again, they've been able to convert on 2 of them, but Icemen have to be careful here. Obviously, they're calling it a little bit tight here today, and you cannot allow the South Carolina club to get more chances in the man advantage. And the other thing, too, it kind of affects your flow. You talk about the 5-on-5.
Sure.
Now you got guys double shifting because they have to go out there on the penalty kill because they're on those units as well as their regular shifts. So too many penalties here in a small amount of time. Jacksonville's going to have to be careful here, but all starts with this penalty kill right now.
Well, the Icemen did win the face-off, and they got the clear out. Stingrays start deep in their own end. A drop pass from Parisi. Looking for Weiss over the blue line. Onside is Yulee. Got bumped into the boards by Shiplow, but not able to clear the zone. Now Mingo will get a chance at it. Smart play by Mingo, knowing that he couldn't necessarily clear it himself, but he had an open Pierre-Luc Mercier, and now it's Mercier trying to stick handle all the way through the South Carolina defenders, and he draws a penalty and continues it along. What excellent stick work by Pierre-Luc Mercier, killing a little more time and ultimately drawing the penalty.
Yeah, it was all effort by Mercier there. Kind of reminded us of that shift with Daoul and Lang where they seemed like they were just finagling the puck around everybody. But that time Mercier going 1-on-4, kind of dangling there around a couple skates and sticks, and then eventually drawing the penalty. And now things are even up here at 4 apiece. But good effort there by Mercier. And, you know, I talked about those guys, Mercier and Daoul. I think those two guys, they're giving it all. They're really going hard on their shifts. And here in the last month or so, and it's really paid off for some opportunities for them.
So 4-on-4 for the next minute 21. The Icemen will have an abbreviated power play after that, and Jacksonville does win the draw. Harrison playing it behind the Stingray net, looking for Brendan Warren, but he overskates it. Stingrays take over. Risling with Albert on his heels. Albert skates by, Warren does the same. South Carolina still has the puck. Chernichin with a flip pass for Hammond. Hammond into the zone for Cooper. Mark Cooper tries to knock it free. It's taken loose by the Icemen. Cedarholm's got some time up the right wing side. Outlet pass for Warren. It was behind him. It works into the Stingray zone. Warren got a piece of it but couldn't gain possession. Cooper ahead of Albert. Stick handles right in front of his goaltender. Cooper does. Comes all the way to center ice. He's by himself for the moment. Going wide on a man. Drops it back. Cooper now plays it behind the Jacksonville net, and the Icemen have it. It is Harrison trying to reverse it for Cedarholm. Back off the end wall for Harrison. Cedarholm for Harrison again. All this work done behind the Jacksonville net. The Icemen will have a power play in 19 more seconds. Harrison for the Icemen. Dishes to the left for Cedarholm. Cedarholm gains the blue line and backhands in. Risling first on it there for the Stingrays. Works his way away from Daou. South Carolina skates out of their own zone. Nuttall over the blue line, looks for a trailer, gets it back to himself. The shot is deflected high off glass, actually just over the glass and out of play. Just as the power play begins for the Icemen, Kyle Shapiro is out of the box. So Jacksonville on a power play for 38 seconds here, but they do have a face-off in their own zone, so they're going to have to bring it all the way up ice just to have a crack at this man advantage.
Yeah, short power play there, and Icemen who have a face-off deep in their own zone here in this period in which South Carolina's kind of seized control of the game here in the second. As of right now, they're winning the period, obviously, and both teams have won a period so far. But it's still time here for the Icemen here in this second period to make some noise, and I think they're going to have to here. They've been doing a lot of dump-ins, but South Carolina's been quick on getting to the puck.
Trey Phillips looking to go over the blue line, finds it in Alexi Daou. Daou with a wrister. It's deflected, it goes off the netting. What a strange bounce off the dasher. And just over the glass. There's almost no angle to go from the dasher to the netting, but somehow it caught it.
Yeah.
And the Icemen get an offensive zone face-off anyway with 20 seconds to go. On the power play, that is. 8:40 remaining in the second.
You know, we've not seen a lot of face-offs here in this end, so kind of a rarity here as far as this game is going, as far as the Icemen getting some offensive zone draws. And a chance right now, Mercier out there with Martin and Clark here on this line.
the defensive pairing, Jacob Cederholm and Chase Harrison. The Icemen win the draw, but Harrison couldn't keep it in the zone. And that will just about do it on the power play. Harrison behind his own net for Cederholm, back for Harrison. Just 7 seconds to go on this power play. Here comes Clark with a little bit of speed through center ice. Clark shifts away from one man, feeds it to the right for Mercier. Onside, centering pass. Save is made by Milner. Excellent give and go there between Clark and Mercier as Clark redirected on net, but Milner makes the save as South Carolina comes to full strength.
Yeah, that was a tough save there for Milner. He slid over and he didn't move once that he got over there, but he was able to make that stop. Again, those are tough, a little close redirect. Mercier working with Clark getting a piece of it, but excellent adjustment that time there by the goaltender Parker Milner, who's just been a staple in this league, up in the tops of the league. And he's been around the block a few times here in his experience, and again, just showing up why he's been one of the best goaltenders in the ECHL here over the last few years.
And he's right at the top this year as well, second in the entire ECHL in goals against average, allows a total of 2.06 goals against this year. Phenomenal numbers for him and for the Stingray club on the whole. It's not just Milner, but their other goaltender, Logan Thompson, pretty good as well. In fact, he's number one at 1.90 goals against. So they're 1-2 in the league as the Icemen have the puck in their own end. Emerson Clark, shovel pass for Mercier. Cannot set up Martin. Comes into the Stingray zone. No icing here. Will play on. Martin takes the body, but the Stingrays take the puck. They can't clear yet. Excellent work by Mercier, who's been everywhere tonight, it seems. Mercier, drop pass to the line for Shiplow. Cross ice, it's Mingo. He's got all day. Closes, fires. Save made by Milner. Rebound comes to the far side, and the Stingrays look to clear it out and do to center ice. Excellent work there by Shiplow, looking to move it to Mingo, but could not find the range between the pipes. Had traffic in front there too. South Carolina cannot clear it. Stolen by the Icemen. Chase Lang dropping it for Daou. Daou, right wing circle. Stick handles away from a man. To the line we go. It's Phillips, left point. Fans on the initial attempt, and then ultimately it's deflected out of play by South Carolina. Phillips thought that puck was on his stick, but as he fired, the puck was a little bit behind him.
Yeah, he pulled it back to let it rip, but it didn't come back forward with him, and not sort of a little rut there, but just kind of mishandled it, and he again fanned on the shot and had to force it there, and that caused the deflection out in the stands. But that chance you mentioned about Dejan Mingo had a lot of space to catch that puck and skate from the blue line down to the circle. Those are always usually pretty good chances because the guy has a lot of time to pick and choose what he wants to do. But that one stopped nicely by Milner.
The Icemen look to pressure again. They win the draw. Rabbit to the line for Phillips. He walks the line. Center point. Wrist shot is blocked and cleared away by South Carolina. Here come the Stingrays with a three-man attack. Jacksonville has numbers back. They're fine. And it's well read by Trey Phillips, working the puck loose on the steal for Kyle Shapiro. Shapiro for Lang for Daou through center ice. Cuts to the right, leaves it for Lang. Wrist shot on net, saved by Milner. Just drops to his knees and lets it fall into his midsection for the faceoff. Jacksonville out shooting the Stingrays 16-14, but they trail 2-0 with 6.5 minutes to go. Stingrays get both their goals in the opening 5 minutes of this second period. Jonathan Charbonneau, his 8th. Tom Parisi, his 7th. Charbonneau's goal on the power play. Quick change up for the Stingrays. I wonder if Christopher Bindelis is maybe a little banged up. They allowed a late change for him. John Albert will take this draw to the left of Parker Milner. Stingrays win it. Harrison safely out to center ice, bouncing puck, and Harrison gets it right back. He's onside. He'll rip it around the wall, stays high on the glass. Jacksonville trying to play it around the boards, but it's stolen. Centering feed, unable to get the shot away is Vanderlaan. The drive from the blue line goes wide off the stick of Bindelis. Comes loose for the Icemen. Cederholm double team, got hit from behind, but will play on. Vanderlaan with the forecheck and the steal. South Carolina, around the wall we go. They'll rim it around to the near side this time. Brendan Warren is first on it for Jacksonville. Playing it behind the net for Cederholm. Cederholm with a long outlet pass. Lynch tries to knock it out of midair, but he can't get there. And the Stingrays have control. It is Weiss over the blue line for South Carolina. Gets poked into the corner by Chase Harrison. Centering feed knocked away by the Icemen. Bounces over the blue line and safely out to center. Stingrays clear it right back in. And the Icemen regroup in their own zone. 5:26 to go in the third period. South Carolina 2, Jacksonville nothing. The Icemen looking for what would be a monumental comeback against the best team in the league, hoping to, in the same breath, to increase a modest win streak to 3 in a row if they can get a come-from-behind victory tonight. South Carolina plays in, comes to the near side half boards. Knocked away, Shiplow to Mercier. Outlet pass, too far in front of Clark. Harrison steps up to knock it free. It's Clark over the line for Dowda. Dowda into the zone looking for Mercier. Trickles into the near side corner. Dowda looks to play it to the line. Shiplow keeps it in there. Tried to just toss it into the corner, but the Stingrays read it and skate with it. Shiplow gets it right back, flips it ahead. Can Clark get there? He's got a man in front looking to try and center to him. Clark with a centering pass, went behind Dowda. Dowda was covered anyway. It would have been a very difficult pass to make and connect on. The Icemen track it down back in their own zone. Trey Phillips for Chase Lang. Lang over the blue line on the left wing side. He'll stop right there. Good feed across to Rabbit. Rabbit to the blue line. Kyle Shapiro winds and fires. Save is made. Rebound comes to the circle. Phillips holds in on the pinch in. Centering pass deflects free for Daou. Daou on the backhand. Around the wall for Phillips, who steps in and stays down low. Rabbit with a centering pass. Knocked free, and it comes up high for the Stingrays. Some decent pressure there from Jacksonville, but not enough to get any shots towards goal. South Carolina stays stifling on defense. Here's a centering pass. Knocked away by Jacksonville. Good read there defensively. Stingrays now blowing edge, and here come the Icemen. Rabbit ahead, knocked free. What a recovery there from Tom Parisi to fall down and get back up and make the steal on that play. The Icemen, I thought, should have somehow had a 2-on-1 there, but it never developed. Stingrays get a backhander on net and a save by Carlson. Yulee did not get all of it, and Carlson is able to cover it up. We'll take a break with 3:34 to go in the second period. It remains South Carolina 2, Jacksonville nothing. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksicemen.com. Icemen Hockey, Field of Freeze.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
Arlie Johnson with you on Mixler and ECHL.TV. The Icemen trailing 2-0 with 3:34 to go in the second. They could really use a tally before this break. Put themselves at least in position for what would be a come-from-behind attempt in the third period. South Carolina is not going to do anything fancy. They're not a fancy team. They're just very effective and very sound. They're smart. Jacksonville wins the faceoff in their own zone. Lynch tries to go wide on a man. It's knocked free, but the Icemen carry it back in. Warren with a shot. Net's kicked aside. Rebound goes high off the glass and stays in play. Milner made that save, but the Icemen get it back. Lynch trying to get the shot away, but South Carolina's right on top of him. They always seem to be on top of him. Icemen get it back. Good centering feed. There's Warren with a shot, and a glove save is made this time by Milner. Warren didn't get all of it. I think he'd like to have it back, but the Icemen with a good forecheck there. And the opportunity for Jacksonville. But Milner, again, a good positional save. Came out to the top of the crease to cut off the angle and was able to make the stop with the glove. Parker Milner, 17 shots against, 17 saves. He does have a shutout going for him right now with 3:06 to go. In the second period, that is. Mercier on the draw for Jacksonville against his numerical counterpart, Dylan Stamen. And Mercier wins it. It goes to the line for Shiplow. Shiplow with a wrister and a screen. Save is made by Milner again, but he didn't see it cleanly, and he didn't field it cleanly either. bounced off of his glove, and I think it actually hit him in the side of the head after his glove, but from there it just bounced right in front of him, and he was able to see it from there and freeze it for the draw. Jacksonville looks to win another face-off. Clark can't pull the trigger. It trickles to Milner, who just sweeps it away with the goaltender's stick this time. Jacksonville trying to forecheck, doing a good job of it for the moment, but the Stingrays now wrestle it free, and they'll work it free to the neutral zone. Vanderlaan over the blue line. Good hit there by Shiplow. Loose puck for the Icemen. Mingo splits a couple of men and feeds it to the left side. Can Martin get there? Not quite. It's just out of his reach. Bindelis plays it D to D for Risling. Janin Risling. Saucer pass to the right for Harrison. Knocked away by Mercier. Harrison gets it back from him. Behind the Jacksonville net is Harrison. Trying to center on his backhand. It's Vanderlaan for South Carolina. Leaving it for Bindelis. Bindelis with a centering feed. Deflected right back to him behind the net. Another centering pass. That's stolen by Jacksonville. Mingo with a good feed for Martin. Martin on the backhand, shoveling it all the way out of the neutral zone. Mercier tries to work it free from Vanderlaan. Nothing doing there. South Carolina sound defensively yet again with 2 minutes to go in the second period. Stingrays through center ice. Over the blue line is Stamen, blows a tire, and it comes free for the Icemen. 3-on-2 if they hustle. Daou, drop pass for Lang, wrist shot. Save is made. It comes right back into the slot off the back glass, but the Stingrays are there on it first. What a crazy deflection, but the Stingrays come back in the offensive zone, and Carlson makes the save on the forehand from Mark Cooper. Rebound into the far corner. Jacksonville digs it loose. They can't clear it yet. Stingrays now get it back. Daou tries to pry it loose. Comes to the blue line for Nuttall. Nuttall flips it into an open corner. Cooper for Weiss. South Carolina still with possession. Pass intended for Novak. That's stolen by Jacksonville. Not cleared yet. Again, it's held in. Novak with a centering feed on the backhand. A drop pass for Nuttall. Shot goes wide off the stick of Novak. Redirects up high for Daou, who just works it free to center ice, but no further. We are down to the final minute of period number 2. Jacksonville trails 2-0. South Carolina in the neutral zone. Yulee gets over the blue line, flips it to the right for Weiss. He's got some space, curls to the backhand side. Centering pass is deflected behind the net. Comes free for Yulee for South Carolina. Yulee to the half boards for Parisi. Closes and fires. Save is made by Carlson. He had the short side post covered. Parisi gets it right back. Heavy pressure here from South Carolina. Yulee on the backhand. Pivots on Cederholm. Cederholm takes the body. South Carolina takes the puck though. Drop pass, Parisi with a centering pass. Cederholm takes the body, and that allows Carlson to pounce out of his crease and ultimately freeze it for the draw with 23 seconds to go. Cederholm defensively just taking the body, but the puck was right underneath his skates. He just didn't know it. He just didn't want to allow South Carolina to get a stick on it, and he did the right thing, ultimately allowing Carlson to get the draw. Coming up in the second intermission, we'll go through the South Division standings a little bit. It's been a while since we've been able to do that. We'll also tell you about the upcoming game Saturday night for the Icemen. A great event coming up in just a few days that you will not want to miss. Draws to Carlson's right, and the Icemen win it and clear it. Stingrays bring it right back into the zone. Jacksonville with possession. 15 seconds to go in the second period. Shiplow behind his own net. Not in much of a hurry. There's really nothing there for him. South Carolina bottling everything up. Mingo plays it up the wall. Lynch to center ice for Albert, but just 3 seconds remain. Warren to an open wing, and that will do it. The horn sounds, and the Icemen still being shut out by Parker Milner through 2 periods of play. Despite 20 shots on goal for the Icemen, Parker Milner has been there for each and every one of them. And South Carolina, on goals from Jonathan Charbonneau and Tom Parisi, have a 2-0 lead after 2.
Yeah, and they're taking advantage of the middle of the ice. There's a slot area. That's such a good shooting lane, and the Icemen have left that open. Too many opportunities there for South Carolina in that second period, and that was really kind of the difference in the game, Arlie. Again, you can't make too many mistakes, but one you can't make really against any team is open chances there in the slot. The Icemen need to lock that down. And I think they did a little bit better job after they surrendered the 2 goals there in that area, but the Stingrays have been able to get to the slot and get some chances, and they've converted on 2 of them, and here we are with the 2-0 score.
Shots on goal in that period. Jacksonville with 9. They've got a 2-period total of 20. As for South Carolina, they had 10 shots on goal, but their quality chances definitely better. They have a total of 16 now after 2 periods of play. We will take a break and return momentarily. More on this intermission report when we come back after 2 at South Carolina 2, Jacksonville nothing. This is Icemen Hockey on ECHL.TV and on Mixlr.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 32nd season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; A&R Sports, official hockey accessory supplier; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2020 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Ticket Galaxy, official ticket resale partner; and Warrior, official on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.TV.
Full and half-season Icemen Elite memberships are currently on sale. Elite memberships offer discounted ticket pricing and guarantees you the same seats to enjoy all of the action. As an Elite member, you will be invited to attend exclusive events throughout the season, receive merchandise and parking discounts, and even meet the team. Monthly payment plans are also available. Packages start as low as $260. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. And catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.TV.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. NCUA insured.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubnik. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, If you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons. If you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
The Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Icemen home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or log on to jacksiceman.com.
Fans, don't forget that you, your friends, or coworkers can enjoy the exciting action of Icemen hockey comfortably above the ice in a spacious luxury suite or at ice level with our new ice boxes, available for all Icemen home games. Both options offer food and drink and make for a great way to entertain your company's employees and top clients. For more information and to check game date availability, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK or log on to jacksicemen.com. Icemen hockey, feel the freeze. Back at the Veterans Memorial Arena in downtown Jacksonville, Arlie Johnson joined by Alex Reed, and Jacksonville will need a rather significant third period comeback in this one. They trail 2-0 to the South Carolina Stingrays. If it was 2-0 to other teams, I might say not quite as significant. But against this team, best team in the league, best defense in the league, they are stifling on that end of the ice, and that is what makes it quite the hill to climb.
Well, we talked about South Carolina's only allowed 2.11 goals, so the Icemen got to find 2.11 goals here in this third period.
Yeah.
Of course, just throwing those numbers out, of course, as averages. But at the same time, you're right. The South Carolina team, they're where they're at for a reason. They know how to not only get goals in games, but they know how to close games out and finish games. And if you can get through the defense, then you got to tangle with Parker Milner, who's stopped all 20 shots in this game. And when he gets in the zone, he can be very difficult to beat. So again, it's just Icemen just gonna have to try to create some chances. They might have to take some chances, which could be troublesome because when you take those chances and maybe add that extra guy in the rush, he could lead to some odd man chances the way. But at some point, the Icemen are going to have to try some things, maybe get out a little bit out of their game and hope they can survive. But they just got to get the first one. If they get it early, then that'll really get them going for the rest of the period. And we'll see if that's something they can do here as we head into the final 20 minutes.
And we will look ahead to that in just a little bit. But while we have a chance and a little bit of time here in this intermission, let's go through the South Division standings of the ECHL, where, of course, the Stingrays are on top in this division and across the league. Stingrays' overall record, 27 wins, only 5 losses, 3 overtime losses, 1 shootout loss. They have a 10-point cushion for first place right now in the South over the Florida Everblades, who are no slouch, by the way. Florida at 22 wins, 11 losses, 2 overtime losses, 2 shootout losses for the Everblades. They sit at 48 points. And those two teams really have separated themselves from the rest of the South Division. Actually, I should say South Carolina is kind of separated from Florida, and then Florida has separated from everybody else. In third place, 10 more points back. You're looking at a gap from first place to third place of 20 points in this division, which is remarkable. It does start to tighten up a little bit there. Greenville in third place, but they've got a losing record, 18 wins, 19 losses, 1 overtime loss, 1 shootout loss for the Swamp Rabbits. They've got 38 points. The thing working against Greenville right now is they've played more games than anybody else in the division, and by a pretty good margin. In fact, they've played 5 more games than Jacksonville. The Swamp Rabbits do, however, have a 5-point cushion over the 4th place Orlando Solar Bears. Orlando also has 5 games in hand, though. Orlando, like Greenville, 1 game under 500, 14 wins for them, 15 losses, 4 overtime losses, 1 shootout loss. Orlando right now holding on to the 4th spot in the South Division. And, of course, the way the ECHL playoffs work, if you're looking all the way ahead to April, top 4 teams from each division will advance to the postseason. Orlando right now has that 4th spot. In 5th place, tough team to figure out. Somehow they're still around. The Atlanta Gladiators are in 5th place right now, and they're only 1 point out of 4th place. 16 wins, 19 losses, no overtime or shootout losses for Atlanta thus far. Atlanta shows that they're 5-5 in their last 10, but every time I look up, it seems like they're allowing 6 goals, 7 goals, 8 goals, and just getting blown off the ice, and yet there they are somehow sticking around. They get a victory here, a victory there, and they've got some talent on that team, so I'm actually very intrigued by that club. If they can somehow find a way to tighten up defensively, they may be in business. The problem is, will they ever tighten up? Because right now they're a sieve.
Yeah, they have, and their goaltending's not been very good for them either. They've been struggling defensively and on the goaltending side of things. They've had a lot of guys going up and down, and they got off to a pretty decent start. Got some wins early in the year, and you're right, they've just kind of been hanging around. They're there in the mix, but again, the Icemen, we're just now getting at the halfway point here, Arlie, and there's still plenty of time. And as you said, the Icemen aren't far out of playoff positioning, and that's with the playoff structure the way that it is. That's good news for Jacksonville.
Yes.
Because all you have to worry is about your division, and if you can finish in the top 4 of your division, you can give yourself a chance. And once you get to the postseason, you never know. You might get some guys back from the American Hockey League and boost your lineup a little bit more. And then it's just a clean slate, and then it becomes a different type of game. And we've seen it so many times, where the top teams maybe kind of breeze through the regular season, and they really weren't challenged much. And then when it gets a little bit more difficult, like playoff hockey gets a little bit more of that grind game, a little bit more grit. Those teams tend to struggle, and you see a lot of close games, and then you get some overtime games, and those can swing series in big time. So I'm talking way ahead.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is the fact is, if you can get in, you give yourself the chance, and it becomes a different season, no matter what happened prior.
Exactly. Just get there, whatever it takes. It doesn't matter what your rank is in the division. Just get there. And now with Jacksonville, we'll bring them into the South Division standings. 6th place right now. Might not sound very good at 6th place. You got to get to at least the top 4, but they're in it. There's no doubt that they're in it, but they need a good second half.
Yeah.
They're at 12 wins, 18 losses, 4 overtime losses, no shootout losses. Here's where it sits for the Icemen right now. They're 4 points out of 5th place. They're 5 points out of 4th place. 5 points, not insurmountable at all, especially considering how the second half schedule shapes up for the Icemen with so many home games coming up. I believe right now this is only home game number 14 for Jacksonville. So even after tonight, still 22 more home games to go. They played far more on the road than at home. They're going to have a lot of opportunity on home ice where they've played pretty good. They played 500 hockey at home, and if they can just improve that a little bit, they could be right in the thick of things.
Yeah, and that was the thing too. Early in the year, the Icemen have played a lot of their home or games on the road this year to start things off. We talked about, I think tonight is one of 23 more games here at home ice. So the second half of the season is looking good for Jacksonville as far as being able to play at home a lot more, and that's the way they wanted to backload that schedule. That works out well. That's going to help the team, I think, down the stretch when really you start getting into that grind there in February and March. But they'll be able to be at home and sleep in their own beds, as they say. So again, down, certainly not out though. It's Jacksonville here, and they're going to have to string some wins together, Arlie. And we've been making the joke that if the Icemen were to win tonight, that'd be 3 in a row, something they haven't done all year. They got to get to a point where they're doing that,
yes,
where they've won at least 3 in a row. Now they did have that 5-game, point streak. They were playing well then, but putting some wins together, the Icemen are going to have to do that just to get back in there and keep up with the rest of the pack.
So we'll see how the second half goes for them. As for the rounding out the South Division, the Norfolk Admirals in the cellar right now, 11 wins, 23 losses for them. 4 overtime losses. They're only 2 points behind the Icemen in the standings with 26 points, but they've also played 4 more games than Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So, it's not looking good for Norfolk as they are so far down, and they have played so many games at the same time. Real quick before we go to break, I want to tell you what's ahead for the weekend for the Icemen. It's at South Carolina on Friday. It certainly doesn't get any easier for them. And then back at home on Saturday for what is a pivotal matchup for the Icemen and a great event for the fans all at once. It is Jacksonville hosting the Orlando Solar Bears Saturday night for Military Appreciation Night.
Yeah, it's a big night, and of course, before we had the school day game this year, we had just under 13,000 people in there for the school day game, setting the all-time record to watch a Jacksonville hockey game. The previous record was last year's Military Night. I think they had over 11,000 here in the building for that game. We're expecting a big crowd again this Saturday, so if you don't have your tickets, get them early, get them at Ticketmaster.com, JacksIcemen.com, or here at the Arena box office. It is going to be a good crowd, and we're hoping what will be another sellout here. And as far as the night, we'll be honoring, obviously, the military personnel. The team will be wearing specialty jerseys themed in there for military that'll be auctioned off following the game to benefit military charities. So, it's a good night to come out and show your support for our military and our veterans out there. So it's one of the biggest nights of the year, and the crowd is looking pretty good, and that always makes it more fun, Arlie. The atmosphere. I mean, we saw it last Saturday. We had over 8,000 in here, and it was just a totally different environment. It was great, and it just makes the night that much more fun.
Well, because the Icemen certainly could use that crowd on Saturday as well. That is a crucial game for them. They've got to find a way to get 2 points in regulation against Orlando and get that much closer to them in the standings. We will take one very quick break. We'll return for the start of the third period. The Icemen trailing 2-0 to the South Carolina Stingrays. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at JacksIcemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Newman. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
And we are back. Arlie Johnson along with Alex Reed. Jacksonville Icemen hockey on Mixler and ECHL.TV. The Icemen looking for a comeback in the third period against a very good club. The best, in fact, at least thus far, in South Carolina, who, by the way, we made mention to ourselves off the air before the game started. South Carolina changing up their uniforms a little bit to their white uniforms that basically are dead ringers for the Washington Capitals, minus the logo on the crest.
Well, it's their affiliates, and I know they work well with the Washington and Hershey system there, so no surprise there to see them go with it. The colors have always been kind of similar.
Yep.
The Stingrays have always had this color scheme. Why not go with your affiliate that you've been with for so long and have a great working relationship with it? I think they look pretty sharp.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's kind of almost like watching when Winnipeg wears their thirds. That's what the Icemen are sporting here. So it's almost like Winnipeg and Washington here, just at the ECHL level.
And I have to admit, these are my favorite Icemen jerseys with the aviator blue as we come back to play. And third period is now underway. Jacksonville with the puck in the offensive zone. Lang tries to keep the puck in. He got spilled, and here come the Stingrays in transition. It's Cooper over the blue line, cutting into the top of the left circle, knocked away by Jacksonville, not cleared yet. South Carolina with a steal, centering feed. Good back check by Wasey Rabbit, not allowing a shot away from Weiss. Comes loose for the Icemen. Chase Lang leading up the right wing for Alexi Daou. Trying to go wide on Parisi. Parisi holds him up. Daou on his backhand. Turns and tries to work it into the corner for Lang. Knocked free by South Carolina. Puck bounces high into the air. It's gloved down to the stick by Emerson Clark. Clark cannot get it away from a man. Hammond is able to clear it out of the zone. Dejan Mingo lost the handle and then got spilled on the play. It went off the skate of Jacob Cederholm. Fortunately, there was nobody there for the Stingrays to pick it up. They were in the middle of a line change, and the Icemen get it back in the neutral zone. Deflecting in is Dowda. Drop pass picked off by South Carolina. They'll immediately clear it away. It is Risling over the blue line for Charbonneau, who has a goal tonight. Gets a wrister away, but the save is made by Carlson. No rebound, and the draw comes to his left. We've got a whistle just over a minute into this third period. Still 2-0 South Carolina. And the longer this goes, the more that the Stingrays are just going to pack it in defensively. I don't think they're going to be looking for much anything offensively, except for maybe some mistakes on Jacksonville's behalf.
Yeah, they don't need to. I mean, they're so disciplined in their systems, and especially when they get the lead, and even better, the numbers speak for that. When they've got the lead, they usually lock it down. So for them, it's just take your chances when you can, but you can kind of sit back. I don't want to say sit back, but just play a little more of a defensive first type thing, and then let your chances create from there that you get. But they don't really need to come out with an all-out assault.
Jacksonville with a drop pass that's intercepted by South Carolina. That sends them away with a three-man rush. Cole Yulee could not handle the pass out of midair, and the Icemen are able to rip it around the boards, but not out yet. Bindelis holds in, looking for Charbonneau. Albert knocks it free from him. Dangerous pass, but it connects somehow to Brendan Warren. The Icemen 2-on-2 through center ice. Warren over the blue line handles the pass well. His shot goes wide to the glove side. Warren taps it into the corner for Bobby Lynch. Lynch for John Albert. At the blue line, it's Kyle Shapiro. Shapiro with a wrister and a screen, but a pad save made by Milner. Rebound for the Stingrays. Be nice for Jacksonville to get a couple of second chance attempts. I don't think they've had a second chance attempt in this game either. There was a rebound there, but couldn't get to it. Trey Phillips with a drop pass. Kyle Shapiro loses the handle. Breakaway for South Carolina. Askew, forehand, score. And it's 3-0 Stingrays, as Kyle Shapiro could not get the puck away from Cameron Askew. And with 17:41 to go in the third, tough becomes even tougher. 3-0 Stingrays.
Yeah, they pressured Shapiro there. Askew coming in with the chance and just taking it right off his tape, went on the breakaway and finished it off. And not exactly what the Icemen had in mind here. They needed to get the next goal in this game, and now it's a little bit of a mountain here to climb, and that's a tough one there to surrender. Unassisted tally there for Cam Askew. Also, he had a good assist earlier in the game, I believe.
He did. And for Askew, that is goal number 6 on the year for him. And the Icemen now just trying to get something going offensively, just to give them a little bit of momentum, at least in this game. The Icemen have the puck in their own end. It's Dejan Mingo up the right wing wall for Clark. He may break in. Emerson Clark going to the forehand. Save made by Milner. That was his best of the night as Clark tried to go 5-hole. The Icemen look to keep the puck in the zone. Vanderlaan first on it, however, for the Stingrays. Tapping it to the right side. Martin on the forecheck, but the Stingrays have the puck. Even when the Icemen finally get somebody to break away, Milner is there to deny. And it's just not working offensively tonight for Jacksonville. No shame in that against this team in South Carolina. They're the best in the league overall and defensively. But the Icemen just trying to find a way. Stingrays clear the puck out of the zone. Dowda wrists it right back in. Delayed offside is waved off as Jacksonville completes a line change. Stingrays out of their own end. Pass right up the middle for Weiss to the right side. Harrison steps up and breaks it up. Adam Dowda, backhand flip up the boards, but there's nobody home. Comes free to the Stingrays. Parisi to the right side. Novak steps around a man and carries it over the line. Wrist shot is kicked aside by Carlson. Rebound for the Icemen. They can't clear it yet, but they still have possession. Trey Phillips behind his own net. Tries to calm down a bouncing puck. Finally gets it loose for Albert. Up the left wing for Warren. Warren clears in. Chasing after it is Dowda. Milner will play it ahead of him. Wristing it around the boards for a wide open Mark Cooper. Cooper through center ice. Gains the red line before forehanding in. Goes all the way to the blue line for the Icemen. It is Wasey Rabbit avoiding a forecheck from Cooper. Going cross ice for Shapiro. Shapiro knocks it in. Rabbit gives chase. Bindelis beats him by a half stride. Stingrays on it. Looking to clear out of their zone, and they do. Tough to get the forecheck working against this South Carolina team, too, as the Stingrays have a 4-man rush. Knocked away by Jacksonville, not cleared yet. South Carolina trying to get it free, but Shapiro's there to help out and play it up the right wing side. The Icemen with a 3-man attack. It's Lang for Daou on the right wing side. Yulee knocks him off the play, bumps him into the corner, comes loose for the Icemen. Rabbit tries to get the shot away, knocked loose and cleared out. Mingo, I wonder if he's got an edge problem with his skate, possibly. He gets back up and clears in. That's the second time we've seen him fall, I think, with no contact around him in consecutive shifts. Stingrays clear out of the zone. Trey Phillips tries to clear it out, can't do it, but an offside will be called against South Carolina. Just over 5 minutes gone by in the third period, and the lead is now 3-0 for the Stingrays.
Yeah, the Icemen here, they got to try to get something going here. You still got 5 minutes gone by in this period. That third goal, though, that very well could have been the killer here for the club here if you're trying to get back in the game. Now, if you even get the goal, you're back to where you started in the period, down by 2. But
yeah.
Right now, Milner's got shutout on his mind. Yeah, I said it. So
I did too. Don't you worry.
Oh, I heard you. So I thought maybe make a team effort out of it. Say the dreaded shutout word that you don't ever say when a goalie's got one riding.
Exactly. Unless you want the shutout broken, which, well,
yeah.
I mean, we are broadcasters for the Icemen after all. This isn't an NBC broadcast. Dejan Mingo slaps it around the boards. Milner got a piece of it behind the net, but not enough to keep it there. Pinching in from the line are the Icemen to keep it in briefly. Stingrays get it right back, though.
We're just trying to do our part, man. That's all.
That's all. That's all. Can't wear the uniform. We got to do our part. Stingrays with it. Dylan Olson. I think it's the first time I've called his name all night for South Carolina. At the blue line. Playing it ahead. Comes into the Icemen zone for Phillips. Phillips on the left wing. Drop pass again. It goes off a skate. And the Icemen have to regroup. Playing it off the boards is Albert looking for Warren. He'll deflect in. Milner taps it away. He's pretty good with his goaltender stick. Stingrays easily break out of their end. Lead pass to the neutral zone. That's intercepted. Good back check by Warren. Warren up ahead for Lynch. Possible numbers here. Lynch with a drop pass. Albert can't get the shot away. Lynch plays it around the wall. Albert knocks it out of midair to calm it down. Into the slot, it's Warren on his backhand to the blue line for Harrison. Around the wall we go. Nobody home, and the Icemen just cannot get anything in front of the net. Everything is played to the perimeter by the Stingrays. Excellent job defensively again. Jacksonville right back. Harrison, indirect pass. Great feed there to Bobby Lynch. Lynch tries to take it into the end, into the zone. Risling takes the body on him. Lang tries to knock it loose and keeps it in the zone. Lang with a shot that is deflected. Shiplow, excellent play to hold it in. His shot, however, also blocked, and the Stingrays again clear it out to center ice. Charbonneau fell down on the play. Otherwise, it might have been a 2-on-1 for South Carolina. Jacksonville tries to clear out. It's stolen by South Carolina. Bindelis at the point. Around the boards, take a crazy bounce. Carlson had no idea it was going to come that way, and how could he? The Icemen fortunate to be first on the puck and clear it out of further harm's way. Chernichin gets a snapshot away. That is wide to the blocker side. Comes off the end boards for Shapiro for Jacksonville. Shapiro gains center ice, then the blue line, keeping it moving and onside with Daou. Daou on his forehand, tries to work his way away from Risling. Shapiro, right circle, wrist shot deflects into an open corner. Clark on it for Jacksonville. 12:14 to go in the third period. Mingo speeds around somebody. Centering pass goes right through the top of the blue paint, but there was nobody there again for Jacksonville. Mercier, right circle. His pass is deflected. Mercier gets it back and holds it in with the help of Shapiro. Shapiro with a backhand feed. Nobody there. And the Stingrays gain possession. They'll simply chip it off glass and out to center. Mingo for Mercier. Mercier over the blue line onside. Wrist shot and a blocker save. Clark tries for the shot out of midair. It's knocked again out of midair by Martin. Just wide to the glove side. Mercier with a drive. That goes wide to the short side. Phillips steps up and keeps the puck in the zone. Some good pressure here from Jacksonville, but not really resulting in quality shots on goal either. Mercier trying to change that. Bindelis strips it free from him, plays it up the wall. Phillips steps in, cannot keep it in. South Carolina with the clear out. Dejan Mingo out to center ice. Mercier at the end of a long shift. He is gassed. Taps the puck away from a man at center ice. South Carolina gets it back. Jacksonville with the steal. And a line change now for the Icemen. 11:04 to go in the third period. Still 3-0 South Carolina. The Icemen with the puck at center. Brendan Warren with a drop pass for Mingo. Mingo with a wrister into the zone. Milner blocks it there. Hammond up the wall and easily out. Jacksonville with a poke check. Stingrays get it back. The Icemen just not able to get their forechecking going the way that head coach Jason Christie would like tonight. Stealing the puck is one thing, but you got to try and work that into quality opportunities. And even though they've got some shots on goal tonight, it's been tough to find those grade A chances this evening. The Icemen with it again in the neutral zone. Lynch over the blue line on the right wing. Soft shot on net, save made by Milner. Rebound behind the net. Jacksonville tries to pry it loose, and they do. Can't get the centering pass away, however. Stingrays with a steal. Parisi up the middle for Cooper, who will toss it ahead for Novak. Novak over the blue line, defending his Shiplow. Novak with a shot in the screen. Stick save is made. Stingrays look for the bank shot. That wasn't open, and the Icemen are able to play it to center. South Carolina with it from the red line. Risling with a wrister from distance. Easily gloved by Carlson. He'll drop it down for Luke Shiplow. We're now past the midway point of this third period. Chase Lang trying to accelerate through the neutral zone. He'll gain the red line before chipping and chasing. Lang with a steal, centering pass, picked off again by South Carolina. They are everywhere, especially defensively. Stingrays offside on the play as Chernichin a little too quick into the zone. 9:32 to go in the third. It's South Carolina 3, Jacksonville nothing. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
The Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Icemen home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or log on to jacksiceman.com.
We're back in downtown Jacksonville. Don't forget, next home game Saturday night. The Icemen hosting the Orlando Solar Bears for Military Appreciation Night. Between now and then, Jacksonville visits South Carolina on Friday night. Alex, you'll be there on that broadcast, and the Icemen going to try and find a way to win in North Charleston.
Yeah, and again, when you look at this game, Arlie, I mean, it's 3-0, but, look at the mistakes the Icemen have made. Two wide open guys left in the slot, and then the turnover there a moment ago led to the breakaway. Those are three glaring mistakes that stick out, and South Carolina was able to take advantage of it. What would this game be without those mistakes that were very costly as it's turned out?
Yeah, all three South Carolina goals, in fact, I'd say are within 10 to 15 feet right between the hash marks in the slot.
Yeah.
One of them granted on the power play, but you get the idea. As the Icemen get a steal, and they may have a 2-on-1, they also a delayed penalty. Clark, saucer pass, shot goes wide, Clark gets it back, still a delayed penalty, but the Icemen cannot capitalize on the 2-on-1. It is Clark now in the high slot, tries to drag it to his backhand side, curls back to the forehand. Clark with a great pass, forehand is blocked in front by Olsen, and a penalty coming now to South Carolina. Tripping is the call. I'll gladly take the power play, but man, I would have much rather had that 2-on-1 convert for the Icemen.
Yeah, it was close. Good little sauce pass there on the stick, and the man was there to get it on the backside, but again, there's some chances there, and then Milner made the initial stops there, but he was a little out of position. Clark picked the puck up. He had another man standing on the front door, just didn't see him there. Might have been able to get him there at the top of the crease. Either way, the Icemen draw a penalty. That was before the opportunity. It was a rush. I believe interference is going to be the call.
So if there's any life for the Icemen, it's going to really depend on this power play in the next 2 minutes. They've got to have one. They're 0 for 2 on the power play thus far tonight. Stingrays win the draw, and they'll clear it the length of the ice. Stingrays, remember, along from being the best team in the league, also have the best penalty kill in the league. Probably dead even at 90%, including their 2 kills tonight. Dejan Mingo into the zone for Jacksonville. Gains clean entry into the zone. Icemen will keep it in. At the blue line, it's Brendan Warren. Tries to play it into the corner, but stolen and cleared. And a little miscommunication again from the Icemen on that power play at the blue line, which really kind of threw the timing off there.
Yeah, it definitely did there. Just not on the same page. And it's got to be a fluent thing if you want to move the puck around effectively. And Icemen just having some struggles here. But again, you're going up against a unit that's under just 90%. That's all, just under 90% on the PK. They're definitely over that now, having killed off some of the earlier penalties.
The Icemen again deep in their own end. It's Alexi Daou up the right side for Lang. Lang over the blue line, gets it back on his backhand, but his pass stolen and cleared. And the Icemen just having trouble just gaining possession in the offensive zone here. 54 seconds to go on the power play. It's Daou in front of his own goaltender. He's forced deeper by the Stingrays. Even when they're penalty killing, they're stifling. Wasey Rabbit up the wall for John Albert. Albert is forced back, and the Stingrays look for another steal. It is Novak. He'll cut in, goes to the forehand, tried to go between the legs with a shot, but couldn't get the shot away. But he will draw a penalty, and that will do it on the power play. And that was not at all what the Icemen were looking for on that man advantage. Tripping against the Icemen, and will skate 4-on-4.
Yeah, stymied that time by South Carolina in the penalty kill. The Icemen couldn't get it set up offensively. Then they couldn't even do anything with the puck in their own end. And then the neutral zone, South Carolina was on them. And you can do that with the speed that the Stingrays club has. So you can take those chances. You can go in on the forecheck because you can get back. And, it takes a commitment to be able to get back, but you also have to have the speedy guys. And the South Carolina club's got all that. And it's a dangerous formula. And, right now it just gave the Icemen fits on that power play that really never even got going here. So 29 seconds to go on the Yulee penalty, and then a shortened power play for South Carolina coming up.
4-on-4 for the moment. The Icemen have the puck deep in their own zone. Brendan Warren dekes around Askew and carries up the left wing through the neutral zone. Gains the red line, then the blue. Great move to the inside, but he's bumped off the play immediately from there by Askew. If there's not one guy there for the Stingrays, there's a second guy there to cover for him. Stingrays about to go on a power play in 4 more seconds. They've got the puck inside their own blue line. Certainly in no hurry with a 3-0 lead. Dowda with a forecheck for the Icemen, but he can't get the puck loose from Weiss. It is now an abbreviated power play. They'll have it for 1:23, the Stingrays will. Cole Yulee circles the back of the Icemen net to the blue line for Parisi. Holds the shot, fakes the shot. Charbonneau with a shot. That is blocked by Mingo. Charbonneau gets it right back. Mingo lost his stick. I wonder if it's broken as well. So no stick for Dejan Mingo. Stingrays throw it through the slot. Nobody home. Charbonneau gets it back off the wing. Charbonneau, left circle. Leaves it for Parisi. His drive, that goes off the inside of the post and somehow stays out. Mingo tries to pin it up against the boards. Remember, he doesn't have a stick. Tries to get the puck loose for Clark, but the Stingrays hold it in again. South Carolina, seam pass for Charbonneau. Couldn't pull the trigger on the shot, however. Centering pass, that is saved by Carlson on the deflection. Shiplow got a stick up high. There's a penalty coming, this time on South Carolina. Delayed call here as the Icemen throw it to an open wing. There's your touch-up from South Carolina. And it will be a penalty to the Stingrays with 5:23 to go in the third period. Slashing is the call. And the Icemen will be on another power play in 28 more seconds. Unfortunately, time is wearing thin on them right now.
Yeah, it is with 5:23 to go. And that was kind of a scary sequence there. When your defenseman doesn't have a stick, it's almost like you're down 2 men in that situation. And a lot of times you'll see the forward hand off their stick to the defenseman so he can clear out any rebounds in front. But they couldn't get into a position where they were close enough to get that handoff there. So that was a tough situation. But as it turns out here, the Icemen not only get a whistle, but they're going to get a penalty against South Carolina and a chance for a shortened power play here in 28 seconds.
Actually went very quickly to a video replay again on a South Carolina shot that went off the post, but clearly that one did go off the post, so no goal there. And it's going to be a 4-on-4 situation. Is this the third or fourth 4-on-4 of the night?
Yeah, we've had a few penalties that kind of offset due to penalties being taking place during power plays. You might be onto something there, Early. I know it's at least the third time we've seen it.
At least 3. The Icemen will be on the power play in 28 more seconds. Chase Lang on the face-off for the Icemen. He's got Wasey Rabbit with him. Draws to the left of Parker Milner. Stingrays win the draw. Jacksonville, despite trailing 3-0, they are out shooting South Carolina tonight, 24-20. Well, the Stingrays have been patient, just waiting for the best of quality opportunities, and they've cashed in. Stingrays also have the puck. It is Nuttall to the right for Cooper. Cooper flips it ahead for Weiss. Delayed offside there. The Icemen play it out to center. Hammond takes it from there. Out of the penalty box for the Icemen is John Albert. It is a power play for Jacksonville, but South Carolina has the puck, and they'll clear it behind the Jacksonville net. Comes all the way around for Emerson Clark. Clark gets to center ice. He'll forehand in. Milner blocks it there. There's nobody there for Jacksonville. And plenty of time for Tarek Hammond to again drive it behind the Jacksonville goal.
And they're going to pull the goaltender Carlson right now. He's going to head off. Why not? You're down by 3. Now you set yourself up with a 2-man advantage.
And the Stingrays with a steal going to the empty net, and it's in. Shorthanded, empty net goal for South Carolina. Jacksonville couldn't even gain the blue line there while on the power play, and the Stingrays just with a turnaround backhander that goes 120 feet into the open net, and that should put this game on ice with 4:20 to go.
Yeah, I mean, and again, that's just back-checking there by South Carolina. They get back the other way. They pick the pocket of the forward, trying to rush in across the blue line and send it down the ice into the empty net there. So that gamble certainly did not pay off there. Jacksonville couldn't even gain the line, and that's how smothering this South Carolina team can be. And that's the reason why they're so far ahead the rest of the pack in the division in the South.
At this point in time, I guess it's at least some solace that the Icemen only play South Carolina a total of 8 times this year.
Yeah.
Certainly don't want to have them 14.
No, absolutely not.
Game number 3 of 8 in the season series is tonight. Game 4 in the season series is in 2 nights, and the Icemen will look for a little revenge and try to even out this home-and-home series is what it amounts to over the span of 2 days. Jacksonville is on the power play right now, let's not forget, but only 41 seconds left on it, and only 4:04 left in the game. Stingrays again, wrist at the length of the ice. Phillips behind his own net. Trey Phillips for the Icemen. Tries to skate into the zone, looks for the drop pass, but South Carolina was there to read that as well. Icemen get it back at center ice. Daou tries to feed it ahead, looking for Lang. Stingrays steal in the neutral zone. Jacksonville can't even get into the zone. Chernichin has a shot deflect into the corner. The Icemen get it behind their own net with Kyle Shapiro. But time is winding down on the power play. Out of the penalty box skates Cameron Askew. Team's back at 5-on-5 and just 3:19 to go in the game. Jacksonville trails 4-0. Just looking to prevent the shutout at this point. South Carolina clears in. Adam Carlson, the goaltender for Jacksonville, feeds it up the left wing for Trey Phillips. Phillips cross ice for Shapiro. Shapiro drives it into the zone. Milner got a piece of it there for Bindelis. Martin in on the forecheck. The Stingrays try to clear out, but it goes off a skate over the glass and out of play. And we'll take one final break here, but it's just a matter of the clock winding down at this point. 2:55 to go in the contest. It's South Carolina 4, Jacksonville nothing.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. And catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.TV.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksicemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
2:55 to go in the contest. The Icemen will have their modest 2-game win streak snapped tonight. South Carolina will increase their win streak to 3. Jacksonville in the offensive zone, trying to center, can't do it. Behind the net, Clark knocks it free. Centering pass knocked loose at the blue line. It's held in by Shiplow. Shot is deflected wide by Clark. Olsen on the backhand, chips it up the wall. Held in for the moment by the Icemen, but South Carolina gets it right back. They'll play it up the boards and safely out in a breakaway for the Stingrays. South Carolina to the forehand. What a save by Carlson on the forehand from Cooper. keeping it at 4-0. But that's just a consolation prize at this point, is that save from Carlson. Shiplow looks to center, picked off by Nuttall. Matt Nuttall backhands it away. Mingo taking over in the neutral zone. Dejan Mingo for Pierre-Luc Mercier, who will chop it in behind the South Carolina net. 2:04 remaining in the contest. Don't forget to join us Saturday night here at home. Jacksonville hosting the Orlando Solar Bears for what is a huge game for the Icemen and will be a huge crowd as well. Adam Carlson just cleared that out of the zone all the way down to the goaltender. Give him a shot on goal for Carls?
Yeah, you know, he sits down and says, hey, I'll help your stats here
sure.
on your shutout bid. So give you another shot.
Stingrays in the offensive end. Wheeling and dealing is Harrison. Drop pass for Olsen. Slap shot is blocked by Mingo, who felt that one, but he stays on his feet. Good play there by Mingo, playing to the final whistle. 1:22 to go in the contest. Jacksonville through center ice. It's John Albert all by himself, 1-on-4. Albert gets by all of them and takes it behind the net somehow and keeps possession. To the blue line. Shiplow for Shapiro. Slap shot. Save is made. No rebound. Those are the kind of shots Jacksonville has been getting, and I'll take those shots, granted, but not a whole lot between the hash marks 30 feet in tonight for the Icemen, whereas that was the bread and butter for the Stingrays all night long.
Yeah, it was, and you know, and the chances Jacksonville did have in front, they just didn't really execute and finish them off. The 2-on-1 chances, the breakaways they had, those were all opportunities, and you know, that's something that's going to help Jacksonville down the stretch if they can finish off those opportunities. I think it's been a little bit something that's plagued them this year a little bit, Arlie, is the opportunities they do get in these close games. They just haven't buried them and finished them off.
Jacksonville in the offensive zone. Now 1 minute remaining in the game. Alexi Daou, left wing circle to the line. Shiplow fans on the shot. Somehow keeps it in and eludes a forechecker as well. Shiplow now gives it up. Here come the Stingrays. 2-on-1 in transition. It's Chernichin with Yulee. Yulee has the puck. Flip pass for Chernichin. Couldn't knock it out of midair on the saucer pass. It was a little too strong on the sauce. Maybe a vodka sauce. A little too strong on that one. Maybe that wasn't as funny as I thought it would be. Yeah, it was worth a try. Can't be solid gold all the time, you know.
These are the types of things that get said in 4-0 games.
Yes, it is.
In the final minute of a 4-0 game.
Without question.
Yeah.
Sometimes you swing and miss. It happens.
Absolutely.
16 seconds to go in the game. Stingrays with it in the neutral zone. Charbonneau gains the red line, flips it in. 10 seconds remaining. Looks like this one's going to be a shutout for Parker Milner as the Icemen just have the puck behind their own net. This one is over, and the Stingrays with a convincing 4-0 shutout victory. They go to celebrate with their netminder, Parker Milner. Perfect 25 for 25 against, and he earns the shutout for South Carolina. As for Jacksonville, they will fall to 12-19-4 on the season, and back to the drawing board, and hopefully they can find a way to puncture the net against the Stingrays in South Carolina on Friday.
Well, this is starting to become just a routine thing for Parker Milner. This was shutout number 6 for him on the year. Unbelievable, and a great, obviously it helps you got a great supporting cast in front of you, and I'll tell you what, this what makes a complete team for South Carolina. They've got it all. They've got the scoring, the ability, the speed, the defensive unit first. I mean, teams would kill for any one of those, and then they got superb goaltending. If Milner's not in, you got other guys that can go that they've had this year as well that we've seen. So this is a sound win for a team that's first place in the division, and they showed it here tonight.
Yeah, and if it's not Parker Milner, Logan Thompson is first in the league in goals against. Milner is second. This team, like you said, they've got it all, but they're not completely unbeatable. It's not like it's just a juggernaut. You just got to get back at it, work harder. The Icemen will certainly learn from this. I know that one of the teaching points is going to be to make sure that you cover the slot. That is where they did all their damage today, and the Icemen will just have to regroup. And the goal at this point isn't to catch South Carolina for first place. It's just to get a couple of spots ahead and trying to find a way up into 5th and 4th place into the second half of the season. And by the way, Friday's game against South Carolina will close out the official first half of the season for the Icemen.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, we've still got plenty of time to go here in this season. So, again, we talked about it. I mean, the Icemen South Carolina's not a team that they're chasing right now, and that's the thing. But you do want to get points when you can. And, and obviously we've seen it in the first couple of games. Icemen have hung right there with them. You limit the mistakes tonight. It's just a different feel, different attitude, different mindset, I think. But again, a solid effort by South Carolina. They made the plays. They had the goaltending here tonight. Not saying that Carlson wasn't. He couldn't.
He was excellent.
He was excellent tonight. Again, in a game in which he allowed 3 goals. But, I mean, you can't allow second and third chance opportunities. I know the second goal, I think they had 3 cracks at it. So, again, these are all things Icemen could connect on. They got to keep going, though. They've been playing pretty well. They'd won 3 of their last 4 coming in. You got to feed off that, get another chance at these guys on Friday, and then you start getting in those matchups that we've talked about, the Orlandos, the Atlantas, the Norfolks, and Greenvilles. Those are the games you really got to press and try to come away with on top of those.
And as for Orlando, that's Jacksonville's next home opponent. Make sure you're here on Saturday night, everyone, for Military Appreciation Night. It is going to be a wonderful event, and hopefully the fans will go home happy on Saturday night. Jacksonville hosting Orlando, 7 o'clock puck drop on Saturday evening. As for tonight, though, that will do it. Didn't work out well for the good guys tonight, but there's always Friday in South Carolina, and then Saturday back home against the Orlando Solar Bears. For Gemstone Media, thanks for their production. Also, thanks to Alex Reed for this one. For everybody else involved in this broadcast, this is Arlie Johnson saying good night with your Icemen falling this evening 4-0 to the South Carolina Stingrays. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Make sure you catch Alex Reed on Friday night for Jacksonville at South Carolina.